on this hot ass Saturn's Day. It's hot as hell. Hot as hell in Los Angeles, goddammit, you understand? It's 80 degrees. Yep, 80 degrees is hot as shit in Los Angeles. I don't give a shit what y'all say. 80 degrees for Los Angeles, too goddamn hot. What's poppin', people? Still don't see nobody. I'm talking to myself at the moment. I know YouTube doesn't send notifications, so y'all want to see the live stream, y'all just need to know this is the time I do the live stream on Saturdays, 12 p.m. West Coast time. What up, Summer Breeze, London Show, Brother L. Wise, Ruth Thompson, 419, what's cracking? True Knowledge, what's happening? DJ Sherm, Terrence Monger, Immortal 9, Brian Rich, Ishmael Timbo, K Mix, Hashim the Hashem, Divine Sunshine 9, Jason Rivers, Trevion McClinton, That Boy Tree, what up? Toby Robinson, Atun Atwain. I think that's what it is, Atun Atwain. Spread the wealth, what's cracking? Immortal Creations, what up? Mrs. B, what up? Dwayne Hicks says, El Aqua, what up? Jasmine Lambo, what up, girl? You better get your butt back to class, Jasmine. Stop playing, girl. Get your butt back to class. We call BS. What's that? What's cracking? Kevin Wise. What is that? Team Hazard 2 Alive. Ron Spinks. Chinzira Anubis. What up, Corey? Love Bazaar. Nia Shelton. Flexheart Mozart. The Empress Rukuba. What up? Finesse. She said, will do. HB the Great. Chaz McFly. Travis Bailey. Big Lo, what is that? Big Lohan. And Venbun 1, I think that's what it says. Indigo A, and Terry Bell. What's cracking? I got everybody in there today. Make sure you take your damn shoes off, hit the like button before you walk up in here, start playing. You know the house rules, the dojo rules. Jamar D, Mega Bills, Big Jaboogie, what up? What's that? The November Mage. What's cracking, y'all? We got a whole lot to talk about. My voice, I'm still on the laryngitis. I shouldn't be talking today, y'all. Honestly, I'm supposed to not talk. They say I ain't supposed to really talk a lot. Do all these different voices that I bring the news to you guys in. I ain't supposed to be doing that, they said. But hey, shit got to be told. The news got to be told. But I was getting better, and then I had a relapse with some with some oregano oil. I need to learn how to take oregano oil. I took the whole dropper thing, or like 7 drops. I didn't know that shit was like super, it was like a hot type of remedy. And so that shit scorched my throat. I was like, was looking around for some damn water and shit. Tried to douse it with some water. That shit made it worse. So had a little setback this week. I should have been a lot better than I am now. But I had to figure this damn shit out. Cause I've been taking all kind of stuff, man. And cutting back my bud smoking. That's the worst of all. But we're gonna figure it out. We'll see what happens next week if it's still tripping. But I'm here today though, because there's a whole bunch of stuff we gotta get through for sure. There's a whole lots of bull crap going on in the world. And y'all got to know about it. So please stop law packages. I sent out some yesterday. I sent out some packages yesterday, so you probably should have got an email yesterday. Excuse me. If your package was sent out, so don't hit me up. If you bought something, your package is in the mail. Appreciate you though. Appreciate you for supporting. And people who want to know your rights, make sure again We're piling them in here. Know Your Rights Foundation Academy. Learn those rights for free. Learn how to get back at the popo when they violate your constitutional rights. This is what's the new game. This is the new thing going on, y'all. Learning your rights is the new. It's the new old, it's the old new. So make sure you get in here, knowyourrightsfoundation.org or KYRF.org. Sign up as one of the volunteers. Go to the page, sign up, fill out the questionnaire or the message, the message thing. It says that you want to be a volunteer. We'll hit you back with an email for a questionnaire. You go fill out that questionnaire and then we'll send you a time for an interview. So that's how it works. So make sure you check your spam, because sometimes the questionnaires that we send you guys, the emails go to your spam. So a lot of people are, I hit you up a long time ago, man, they ain't heard nothing back. Man, we hit up everybody. Anybody who hit us up, we hit you back. So it's probably in your spam. So make sure you go to your spam, scroll through there and look through there and see something from Know Your Rights Foundation or KYRF. So you can get in here and get one of these beautiful certifications, baby, right here, boy. This is what we're doing. This is I'm trying to tell you, this is the shield right here, and it doubles as a weapon. So make sure you get in here at Know Your Rights Foundation Academy so you can learn your rights for free. If I didn't mention it, we're teaching you for free. You don't got to pay any money, no money, but you do got to promise to go through the program and get one of these certifications, then get back out there and teach it to the community. That's the deal. So no money, but we do need your commitment to get in here. And also we need motivated people from the front. So don't expect us to motivate you. When you get in here, we're not going to call you and tell you to come to class and did you come to class? We ain't doing none of that. We need leaders in this at the beginning. This is groundbreaking from the floor up. All right, so we need the leaders in here, people who can push through, who don't take no for a goddamn answer. We need you. Get your butt in here. And if you want to be one of them damn people, get in here and make sure, and then elevate your game. Because that's what we're doing right now. We're elevating our game. This is what this is for. We're moving out of the position we were in before, elevating the game. So you want to do that? That sounds good to you? Get on over to KYRF.org, sign up as a volunteer, and we'll hook you up. One Immaculate, appreciate you, brother. This is Naga Nerds Activate. That's what's up. Naga Nerds Activate. So appreciate you guys on that. Also, Patreon, if you want to learn the status law. If you want to learn status law for free, well, not for free, excuse me. I will give you the paperwork for free once you're able to explain the paperwork. I give you the paperwork for free, but you got to sign up to the classes because I don't own Patreon. So once you sign up to the highest level, like I said, when you're able to explain the paperwork, the status paperwork, I'll give it to you for free. So that's learning, when you're learning your status, that's for the future. Again, please stop laws for right now. This will work for 99% of the problems you'll have dealing with police, but status laws for the government. So when the government comes after you, you change, your status is changed, and they have no more obligation over you. Okay, you want to learn how to contract with the corporation known as the United States of America, Inc. So you want to do that, get over to patreon.com/realnagas, sign up to one of the higher status class levels, and you will get in here. Also, if you want to join the police stop law classes we do on Sunday, there's also a level for that too. So you don't necessarily, if you just want to join the police stop law classes that we do on Sunday, you don't necessarily have to sign up to the volunteer thing, but we want you to be a volunteer, but you don't have to do that. You can just go to Patreon, sign up to the police stop law class level, and you will be able to join the classes every Sunday. All right, because we be cutting up in there, and you know me. What class with me in it is gonna be? And then turn to page 37 in your books. Then we scroll down to the word qualified immunity. What does that mean? Let's break the word down, shall we? Qualified. What does that word mean? Where did that word? No, we don't do that shit. That ain't how I teach. I can never, ever teach like that. We cut up, I teach, we teach you the what to do at police stops. We watch the videos and we break those videos down. And we do clown in we do clown in there, but we get the lesson first, but we want it to be a real friendly atmosphere. So, if you want to be a part of that, get in there. People talk crazy to me all the time. They're not disrespectful, just all in fun. And I'm going to talk crap back to you. But at the end of the day, we're all learning how to assert our rights and make police officers accountable when they mess up. So you want to be a part of that, patreon.com/realnagas. And the CashApp people, thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for the cash apps. Somebody said, here's for some, somebody hit me up with a cash app and said this was some tofu shawarma or some vegetable. I keep getting some vegetable shawarma, tofu. Yeah, I'm still on my cleanse. I got another 2 weeks. Feel great though. I feel awesome, but I miss my chicken shawarma. God damn it. Miss my chicken shawarma, god damn it. But I feel great. Feel great. Miss my shawarma. So appreciate you people for donating to the Cash App. You want to donate, that's Cash App, Real Nagas, the number 9. Appreciate you guys for that. Again, Cash App, Real Nagas, the number 9. Appreciate you again. And Conceptual Elixirs, thank you, brother. Appreciate you for always hooking me up, man. Always hooking me up, brother. Appreciate you. So I don't know what's up with Timmy Tight Top. He haven't hit me up in a minute about the juices. I mean, he may be out of town or something, so can't really promote Timmy Tight Top this week till he bring me some juices. Even though I'm on a cleanse, I'm doing my own juicing. But the juices that he wants to sell you, Timmy, you got to hit me up. So if you wanted me to get your juices back out there so the people can patronize your delicious juices. Pause, no diddy. All right. Let's keep it moving. Real quick, everybody. Father's Day is tomorrow. The establishment Father's Day that the system has created for you. The one day that the system has created for you to celebrate your dads. You should celebrate your dad and your mom every day. That's how it should be. But, you know, the one day that they picked out for that is tomorrow. So I want to say shout out to all the pops out there. I know y'all doing it. Y'all out there doing it, especially the pops who are in your children's lives, making it happen. Shout out to y'all, guiding them, making sure that the system don't get a hold of them and flip them and turn them into some, you know, some type of rainbow warrior. No, that don't even matter. Just make sure that the system doesn't flip them and turn them into some crazy ass, you know, whatever the system wants to turn them into. You know, it's up to you to guide the children. That's why you came here. That's why they came here through you, because they needed you to be their guide in this experience. So don't shuck your responsibilities, all right? You know, because Pops Day is tomorrow. I want to say shout out to my Pops. A lot of y'all who follow me know my Pops. He passed, or he transitioned a couple years ago during the Lionsgate on August 8th. So shout out to my Pops, you know. Then I want to say shout out to my step pops who's married to my mom. He's been in my life for 40 years, so he's really been there like a real pop. So shout out to him too. Appreciate you for being there, even though you know you get hooked up all the time. So, but I'm gonna give you a shout out today too, brother. So appreciate y'all and all the pops out there. Thank y'all for making it happen for the kids, and let's do it even more. Let's kick that up even more, please. Oh, then I want to give out shout out to Jerry West, man. Jerry West kicked the bucket, man, this week. The logo. Damn. Shout out to the logo. Jerry West. You like the NBA. If you wear any NBA gear, that's Jerry West dribbling that ball on that logo. And happened to, you know, I was lucky enough to meet Jerry West a few times. He was when I was on the What show. He was on there and was a cool cat, man. Jerry West is a cool cat. Talk like a brother. It's funny, y'all. The dude y'all see, if you ever watch Jerry West and you seen him on TV, off camera, he didn't sound like that. He sounded like a nigga. And he hung with niggas because he hung one of the cats on our show, Uncle Bobby. Shout out to Uncle Bobby. Miss you, Uncle Bobby. But Uncle Bobby and Jerry West was real close homies, man. Really good friends. And so Jerry West had some nigga in him, man. He hung around and he used to talk about it off the air. He used to talk about how he used to hang with brothers and stuff. So again, shout out to Jerry West because he was invited to the cookout. And we're going to miss you, logo. And, you know, I got to thank you for bringing Kobe to the Lakers when nobody else knew. You had plot and scheme to get Kobe Bean Bryant to the Lakers. So if anything else, love you for that. And Shaq, the same year. He got Shaq and Kobe the same year, pulled off the damn coup. Love you for that, man. Because the years with Shaq and Kobe when they was winning was great. If y'all don't know, you just don't know. Greatest duo in history, and that's because of Jerry West. So shout out again to the logo. Appreciate you, brother. Because I had some wonderful times watching Kobe hit them buzzer beaters and Shaq dunking the hell on everybody. All right. Here we go. Oh, so the summer solstice. I don't think I have a live stream again before the summer solstice next week because that's Friday. So summer solstice is Friday, everybody. So, you know, or was it Thursday or Friday? They'll say the official time is Thursday on the 20th. But appreciate you, Jamal Phipps. I'm gonna get you, brother. Thank you for the support. I'm gonna get your book out. And I also really wanted to say before I get into that, anybody else you want the police stop law package? You want the police stop law package right here? That's the Know Your Rights manual, the public official bonds book. You want the cards, the the constitutional rights card, qualified immunity card, and notice. And because it's Pops Day, so all the pops out there, I'm gonna hook you up with the deal, especially since my pops is transitioned. So I'm gonna hook him up. This is, do it in tribute to my pops. So I'm gonna give you guys the deal because I'm gonna go back to the post office on Thursday. So anybody who orders the deal, you're gonna get all 5 decks of flashcards. That's the 2 police stop flashcards, the 2 law and government flashcards, and the Supreme Court cases that backs up the police stop flashcards. So I'm gonna give you all 5 decks as a Father's Day special to all the pops out there handling their business, guiding the children, and as a tribute to my pops. So again, today, tomorrow, Monday, and I'll be going to the post office 11 a.m. on Tuesday morning. So don't order at 11:30 thinking you about to get your stuff. You order at 11:30, I'm already gone. All right, so you better get it in there before I leave at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, and you will get hooked up with the whole package. All right. So appreciate you guys on the support. Now, to the summer solstice. Make sure you guys celebrate the summer solstice. We got to get back in tune with the universe. We got to get back in tune. That was our power. That's how we got down. So we got to get back to that, y'all. So, I became pretty much known during the Great Conjunction about 4 years ago. This is how I got most of my subscribers. After I did the Great Conjunction video in December 2020, I got like 17,000 subscribers in like 3 or 4 days. So I was channeling that information about the Great Reset. That conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, and then also of the Earth. That was the super conjunction where all those planets went to 0 point. That hadn't happened in 2,000 years before that point. So I broke that down, and a lot of you guys know me from that. That's how you found me. That's how, I found Black Dot from Urban X, because I didn't know who he was, but he did a live stream talking about the Great Conjunction video I did. So that's how I found Black Dot. Shout out to you, Black Dot and Malcolm. But you got to get back in tune with the summer solstice. That's when the sun is going to reach its highest point. It's going to its highest point. For 6 months it rises, and in 6 months the sun goes back on the down path. So it has been on the rise, and then June 20th, 21st, it hits the peak. So this is when the sun is most powerful. So you guys can get out there. Hold on, you guys. So you guys can get out there and do your rituals. Make sure you do your rituals. Write down, if you want something from the universe, write it down on those pieces of paper, fold it up, set it aflame, meaning you break it down into ash, complete ash, and then put it back out into the universe. Okay, complete the cycle from thought to physical, back to out to the universe, to energy. All right, from energy, boom, to physical, which is still energy, but then back to out to the universe. When you want whatever you want, make sure you fold it in towards you, because you want those things coming to you. And if you want to get things out of your life, make sure you write it down on that piece of paper and fold it away from you, because you wanted to get away from you. Set it to blaze, go outside and blow those ashes away, because it's getting away from you. But this is what I do. You don't have to do that. I'm just letting you in on what I do. You know, you can make up your own thing, how you feel the universe gets down. But, you know, do something. Get back in tune with the universe. Get your meditations going. Get your, you know what I'm saying? And do your, you know, get back in tune. Get your tuning forks. Whatever you got to do, we need to be back in tune and in harmony with the universe and the universal cycles that go on. So, again, happy summer solstice to y'all. I'm going to say happy summer solstice to y'all, for real. Because, again, we're going to get back in harmony with the universe. And once that happens, ain't no stopping us now. We on the roof. Well, how many of y'all know that song? Moving along, here we go, y'all. Let's get into it. So you heard baby Biden found guilty on all counts. Baby Biden found guilty on all counts on federal gun charges. So everybody was clapping. Yeah, they finally got baby Biden. Look, man, they finally got him. See, the system is not corrupt. I was talking about the system was corrupt. Now, you can't say the system is corrupt now that they got baby Biden in there. That's the only reason they did the shit. So that they could say they weren't trying to railroad Trump. Because it's obvious how they trying to railroad Trump. Like this motherfucker, they had to make up crimes for Trump. But this nigga baby Biden is on his laptop smoking crack with the holes in the bed shit. Hole right there behind the bed. She come up, she look at him, he hands her the crack pipe. They get to doing their thing. I mean, if you ain't seen the videos of this nigga on the goddamn, this nigga is a crack superhero. This nigga goddamn, fucking a costume with a crack pipe. Right here, this nigga will land and bring you crack anywhere in the universe. But so when you do drugs and stuff like that, you ain't supposed to have guns. Apparently, when you're a drug addict, you're not supposed to have guns. So they got him on that. And so now they say, well, he's guilty on all counts. He's guilty on all of the counts. He's going to jail, just like Donald Trump. Justice is served. Like, wait a minute. Hunter Biden going to jail? For real? Hunter Biden going to jail? For real? Okay. Anybody believe Hunter Biden going to jail, y'all? Does anybody in their right mind believe, because they come out and say, well, we asked Joe Biden before the trial if it came to, would you pardon Hunter? Would you pardon him? And Joe Biden said no. The integrity of that man. The integrity. The honor behind that man. That he won't even pardon his own son. They get the entire fuck out of here. Does anybody believe that Joe Biden is not going to pardon Hunter Biden? They said they're both guilty? Nah, Trump ain't guilty. They made up crimes. They had to make up a crime to get this nigga Trump. If y'all don't know that, you haven't done your research on the trial. They got the nigga for campaign. The state, Alvin Bragg, charged him for campaign funds. Campaign funds are not state jurisdiction. That's a federal jurisdiction, which is why it's going to get overturned when they send it to appeal. There's no way that a state can charge you for a federal crime. Those are two different jurisdictions. So y'all need to learn the law. Leah, appreciate you. Thank you. That's why the Department of Justice turned it down twice. When they had a chance to prosecute him on it, they was like, nah, this nigga ain't do. They looked at him and was like, nah, this nigga ain't really did shit. They turned it down twice. So Alvin Bragg, he picked it up and tried to say that he was hiding. He paid her off to hide a greater crime that had to deal with his campaign funds. Again, campaign funds are not state. It's federal. So, but Hunter Biden, this nigga is on camera everywhere smoking crack. That nigga, you got multiple videos of this nigga smoking crack. This nigga, he slept with his wife, his dead brother's wife. She came out and broke this down. And this is her talking. Said, yeah, I slept with him. This is Bo Biden. This is Bo Biden, the good one. So Bo Biden was supposed to be the good son. He dies of a brain something. Then Hunter Biden goes sleep with his wife and then got her hooked on crack. this nigga Hunter he went and tapped Bo Biden's wife and then got her hooked on crack too. Yo, Christopher Clark, appreciate you. Always on point. Thank you for sure. Appreciate you, brother. This is crazy, man. This nigga got his sister-in-law hooked on crack after tapping it. So Hunter out there, boy, this nigga be wilding. But he said Bo said he not gonna pardon him. Now, he not gonna pardon him before the election. That's for damn sure. He's not gonna pardon him before the election because that's political suicide. If he pardons Hunter before the election, he knows he's dead. But after the election, if he wins, he's definitely gonna pardon him that day. He gonna pardon that nigga the day he wins. But if he doesn't win, he gonna pardon the nigga before he goes out of office. Just like most of the presidents do before they leave office, they pardon a whole bunch of cats. They get a whole bunch of cats out of jail because they know there's no political backlash for it because they leaving. So that's what he gonna do, obviously. So Hunter ain't even sweating it. He know he ain't going to jail. At no time, place, or form would Hunter be going to jail. But they also instituted this trial. Now, what they tried to say was, first off, they tried to say that this shows that the justice system is not corrupt. It's equal. It finds, no one's above the law and this and that. Well, that's bullshit because they tried to give Hunter a plea deal. People don't see this. They think people don't remember this shit. They think niggas is just dumb and don't remember anything about the news, right? They don't think y'all niggas is dumb as shit. But if y'all remember, the Justice Department tried to give Hunter a plea deal until one of a Trump-appointed judges was like, nah, nigga, you can't, They snatched the deal away. They're like, nah, he ain't getting no plea deal. He got an answer for this. So that's the only reason baby Biden was on trial, because he got his plea deal snatched away from him. They actually had a plea deal in play. And then they snatched it away from him. One of the judges snatched the deal away from him. So then they had to go through with the trial, right? So that's the only reason this nigga on trial. But the trial, though, is really to cover up the fact that, or this conviction of him is really just to cover up the fact that he got all these dealings going on, him and Biden, Daddy Biden, with getting money from China. Because remember, he's the big guy in the deal with China. They called him the big guy. We're going to leave 10% for the big guy. Well, who's the big guy? Who's the big guy, Hunter? Huh? What nigga you know that's bigger than your daddy called the big guy? All right. We just going to leave it at that. Then they showed that this nigga got like $10 million. It was like something close to like $10 million or something like that from the deals in Ukraine. Like, nigga, what do you know about energy that you on you the head nigga on the board of energy in Ukraine? What the fuck do you know about energy, Hunter? Huh, nigga? Tell me something about energy right now. Well, energy is within us all, and we're all made of energy. Everything runs on energy. I need energy. I can't do anything without it. So energy is great. It helps me. It's always been good to me. Like, nigga, wait a minute. That's your extent of your energy knowledge? Is that we all are made of energy? Thank you, my nigga. Didn't know that. Well, you asked, man. You asked. So That's all this nigga know about energy. But he was on the board. He was of Ukrainian Energy, Department of Energy. What the hell is? All right, man. So that's all this shit is about, really, to distract you from Ukraine and China. China. That he was getting broke off with. So we see the bull crap. We see the scam. They ain't getting away with that because, you know, even though Trump was convicted, and that's the funny thing, they don't call him convicted felon like they do Trump. How come they don't do that? How come they don't call Hunter Biden convicted felon like they've been doing Trump? Soon as Trump was convicted, the convicted felon, ex-president Donald, they didn't even call nigga ex-president at this point. They were just convicted felon Donald Trump. Like, wait a minute. What happened to president? None of them niggas is calling Hunter Biden convicted criminal. Convicted felon. Not at all. You ain't heard that attached to him at all. But Trump, nigga, 100 million convicted felons. So we see the scam. This is what they've been doing. This is what they were doing it for. But not gonna work. Yo, Dexter Robinson, appreciate you. When asked about an energy, Hunter said, Red Bull gives me wings. He said when Hunter asked about what about, hey, what do you know about energy? Well, Red Bull gives me wings. That's funny right there, yo. I know Red Bull. I know Monster. Like, man, energy, man. Energy's great, you know? It makes up the universe. Like, we know that. What do you know about building energy infrastructure for a country? Whoa. Look at the time. God damn. You know, I was going to answer that question, but I got a flight in about 7 hours, you know, and, you know, the airport is about 30 minutes away. So I got to head out. You know what I'm saying? I got a flight in 7 hours. It's going to take me, you know, peace. This nigga wasn't answering no questions about no energy, nothing. Because he ain't know shit about no energy. He know he got paid to be on that board because Biden engineered it when he was vice president. He went and punked him into letting Hunter on that board. So they trying to hide the Biden crime family's atrocities through this little bullshit conviction. But don't buy it, people. Because then, did you see Daddy Biden at the G7? While Hunter's getting flambazed, sort of, by the court, did you see the G7? Daddy Biden at the G7? Hey, man, somebody need to go to jail. Whoever is keeping that nigga in office right now, they need their asses locked up forever. I mean, this nigga, it is absolute elder abuse at this point. This nigga is wandering off at ceremonies. Did you see the nigga? So they was on the field, the G7, and some niggas parachuting in, right? This nigga he parachuting in for all the leaders. Like, shit, these niggas about to see me. I'm about to be on TV. Shit. This nigga parachuting in like he was one of Hamas niggas on October 7th. and so he parachutes down. And he lands right in front of him, right? Bullseye, landed right in front of all the G7, right? This nigga, everybody, yeah! This nigga Biden goes, this nigga just turned and walked off. Like, what's going on over here? What? Nothing over there. This nigga just turned and walked off into space. And then one of the leaders had to walk. Hey, nigga, where you going? Get your bitch ass back here, nigga. They had to go grab the nigga. He was just wandering off like a little lost child. What the fuck is going on right now? Hey, we in a different universe. We in an alternate universe. For sure. Because ain't no way in hell this would have been allowed to happen before 2020. Something happened in 2020. We phased. We phased through a damn portal or something and came out on another timeline. Because there's no way that they would allow the American president to act like this. But to me, it's indicative of America. America's on its last leg. These niggas was the superpower for all so long, just terrorizing niggas and destabilizing countries and shit. Now America is the old Biden with the Biden shuffle doing this. Because nobody give a shit about America at this point. Or they're not scared of America or don't respect America. So, same way with Biden. I mean, this nigga is insane. Because then, did you see this? This was after, I talked about this last week. So he wandering off this week. Last week, this nigga shitted on himself during the D-Day celebration, the 80-year D-Day celebration. This nigga pooped himself. Excuse me. He just squatted with no chair. just let some mousse, some chocolate mousse pudding go in his pants. He was like, hey, Joe Biden is like, what the fuck you doing, nigga? She put her hand over her mouth so you couldn't hear so you couldn't see what her lips were saying. She go, motherfucker, get your nasty stank ass up, fool. This nigga. So, nigga shit on himself one week. Next week, this nigga wandering the fuck off during the G7 meeting. This is the top, so the G7, if you know the G7 are the top 7 economic countries in the world. So the top 7. It was supposed to be the G8, but they kicked out Russia. Russia was supposed to be in it. It was the G8, but since they kicked out Russia for this fake ass war that they planned, so they kicked them out. So now the G7. And this nigga's doing that in front of the G7. Then this nigga was falling asleep at the meetings. Did you see that? At the G7 meetings and shit? This motherfucker, he's sitting up there. And they're like, the president is just in very deep thought. He's a very stoic man. He's a very thoughtful person. So he's going inside to really figure out how to deal with these plans, how to deal with the world. He has to go inside to understand. Like, President Biden. Huh? What are you gonna do to deal with Putin? This nigga is stone cold knocked the fuck out. Yeah. Nigga flicking the. You know how long you gotta be asleep to get that eye booger and shit? You gotta be asleep a long ass time for that eye booger to develop. Right here. This nigga is not holding back the sleep. Cause then after that, or before that happened, on Juneteenth, for the Juneteenth celebration at the White House with all these dumbass coon niggas, these coon Cajuns at the White House just just clapping into some coonery while Joe Biden, this motherfucker goes, everybody around him, they just clapping. This nigga Joe Biden, nigga just froze. This motherfucker just, nigga, I think the computer, whatever chip, whatever shit they got in that nigga, it turned off. It glitched for a quick second. He said, Hercules. That's what they was doing at the day of the Juneteenth. They was around dancing like that. Like, y'all are the biggest coon Cajuns a nigga ever seen in his life. Then, at the damn shit, why did the dude in the dress, I don't know who that was. It was some motherfucker in a dress, some nigga in a dress. Why are you in a dress, nigga? At the damn White House ceremony with a fucking hacksaw Jim Duggan beard. This nigga's in a dress. Look like he done missed 3 weeks of shaving. And yeah, Billy, that's who it was, Billy Porter. Oh, that motherfucker crazy as hell. Hey, nigga, Billy Porter pay Dame Dash his $2 million, nigga. How about that? Oh no, that was my bad. That wasn't Billy Porter. That was the director. My bad. I thought it was Billy Porter. No, I was the director. What's the other director name? Who directed what's the nigga name who directed that movie? Sorry, Billy Porter. Got you mixed up with the other Fruitopian nigga. I forgot that name. But Billy Porter, this nigga kissed his hand. Why is this nigga kissing Biden's hand? Just destroying niggas everywhere in America. Lee Daniels, that's the other nigga. Thank you. That's the nigga who owed Dame Dash $2 million. But Billy Porter bent down like, nigga, he was the king. Like he was motherfucking Don Corleone before they closed the door. You ever see? Hey, Michael was Michael Corleone, really. But you see the first Godfather when Michael finally became the Godfather at the end, and he just told Kate, "Don't ask me about my business, Kate. Don't ask me about my business. All right, one time, just one time, you can ask me about my business. Did you kill Paolo? No, I didn't kill him." And she walked out the door, and then all the rest of the gangsters in there kissed his hand. Don Corleone. They had to kiss the ring. They had to kiss the goddamn hand. They was acting like Biden was Michael Corleone. And he was getting transitioned into the Don. That is the worst look niggas can ever have. You kissing the hand of the Caucasian nigga who's thrown 1 million niggas in jail. The architect of the crime bill that has thrown 1 million niggas in jail for petty crimes. Kiss the hand of the nigga whose best friend was the Grand Wizard, or one of his good friends, one of his best friend, but one of his good friends that he used to do rallies with in Cape for was the Grand Wizard of the KKK. You kissing that nigga's hand. How do you think them damn white supremacists felt seeing that shit on TV? Nigga, they was loving it. They was loving that shit like it was McDonald's commercial. We're loving it. So they just kicked us back. That bullshit kicked us back. I don't know how many years, 100, 200 years, kissing the hand of a nigga who throwing all these niggas in jail. It's ridiculous. So, fuck them coon Cajuns. Well, should have had my coon Cajun shirt on today, but today I'm just in it, but not of it. This is for you niggas. Just in it, but not of it. Just sit back, just gonna pass me by. This train, when I'm in the middle of the street, this train just gonna roll right through me. It's gonna pass me by, because I'm just in it, but not of it. Like, you niggas better get on board and start doing some shit. And stop acting like you so spiritual. Shit ain't nothing's gonna happen to you. Everything Caucasians do is only for Caucasians, and you don't get affected by that at all. All you got to do is sit back and not do anything. Yeah, let's see how that work out for you. So, then, also the G7, they just agreed to send another $50 billion to Ukraine. Another $50 billion is going to Ukraine. $26 billion of that is coming from the United States. More than half. They just gave Ukraine $50 billion. Like $56 billion a month ago. That's about a month ago, month and a half ago, when they gave Ukraine like $56 billion. Now they about to send them another $26 billion. America is, but 50 in total. They getting another 24 from the other G7 countries. Yeah, more money, Christopher Perkins. More of your money. If you paying taxes, it's more of your money. Sorry to say, this is more of your money. If y'all still paying taxes, this is y'all money going to Ukraine. Do you know y'all are paying the retirement funds of the Ukrainians? Did y'all know that? Americans, the money is going to pay Ukrainian retirement. This shit is crazy. When you don't get no retirement for you, paying for your shit, but America borrows money from the Fed, puts you in debt so that they can pay off some other country. This shit is crazy. This shit is absolute insanity. But they know that you ain't gonna push back on it ever, so hey, sucks for you. So just wanted y'all to know that. Then did you guys see on the PBD podcast? I think it was Thursday on the PBD podcast. They showed, because there was a video of Biden. Dexter Robinson, thank you, brother. To say what needs to be done is sedition. Hey, that's what they've turned it into. But you gotta know it's called freedom of speech. Don't let them turn it into sedition. It's freedom of speech. But on the PVD podcast, so Biden had came out in a video this week where this nigga sounded completely sane. I mean, it was a video. This nigga was succinct. His speech flowed. He understood the topics, breaking down the money and the between this country and that country and the dynamics and all of that. I mean, this nigga sounded like the old Biden. But then there was something suspicious about this whole thing. It was a little bit something suspicious. Because from here on up, he looked like Biden. Right? He looked like Biden from here on up. But right below, there was a line right below his neck right here where this nigga neck was about this color, my color. It was like 3-4 shades darker than his face. It was whole neck all the way around. So they tried to say, oh, that's a shadow. But it was moving. This shit was moving. As he was talking, this part of his neck was moving. So it wasn't a shadow. So I advise you to go watch that PVD podcast because he was breaking this shit off. Like, this nigga completely pale all the way up here. This is Biden. But right here, there's a line going around. This nigga dark as shit. Look like, like I said, look like me under a mask. So he showed that he had a woman. It was a former CIA, head of the CIA mask. She was like a mask program. It was like a human replica mask program. So he had her on his podcast, like he said 10 years ago, but he showed that she goes out and she shows that the CIA had a mask program that they had been working on since the 80s. So they showed a video. Yo, One Immaculate, appreciate you. Is that 50 billion a Moloch tribute or karmic? I don't know. I think it's both. I think it's both. You know, they got to always celebrate Moloch. But, so I don't know. It's probably, you know, they did their Moloch celebrations out there, man. You know, they was doing that shit. But, on the PVD podcast, so they showed this lady, she dressed up in a mask like a dude and was sitting in the office with Daddy Bush when he was president. So this was like 40 years ago, right? It's close to 40 years ago. She was sitting in the office with Daddy Bush, and this nigga had no idea who she was. He had no idea who she was. It looked like a man. The mask was so real, it looked like a real person, mask. And then they showed how they make the mask. This is back in the 40s. This is 40 years ago, in the 80s. They showed how they make the mask and how real it looked and shit. And then she took the mask off when she was in the office with Daddy Bush, and he was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" Like, bitch, how you get in there, bitch? But she was trying to show him that how real the masks were, had advanced at that point. Now that's 40 years ago, y'all. How far do you think that technology has come today? If it was able to fool Daddy Bush back then in the 80s, how far do you think that technology has advanced today? It is probably out of. You ever seen y'all ever see the Avengers? Remember the Avengers where Scarlet, what's her name? Widow, Black Widow. She do the thing, she pull the mask off. So if you ain't seen Winter Soldier, that's off the chain. Goddamn. Winter Soldier is probably one of the best Avenger movies, Marvel movies of all time. For me, probably like top 3. Winter Soldier was off the chain. But in the Winter Soldier, she had the mask on. And she pulled the thing off. And it was supposed to be like some computer, it was like a computer composite. It was like it would hologram a face onto you. And then they could pull that off. So I'm thinking it's not far from that at this point. It's probably not too far from them able to do hologram faces right on the person. Because this nigga whoever was talking, it wasn't Joe Biden. It was not Joe Biden. If you want to see, make sure you go to the PBD podcast and check out that video. Because, goddamn. That mask looks so real, but it was obvious it was not him. Like, nigga, Biden, what the hell? You just got a tan on this part of your neck? This nigga, his head was in the house and he stuck his body outside while his body got tan while his head was stuck in the house. That's what it looked like. So, I don't know. I do know. But I don't absolutely know. I can speculate, but it damn sure looked like that was a mask. So moving along, Russia sends ships with ships and nuclear subs to Cuba, 25 miles off the coast of Florida. They said this shit is trying to get out of hand. Russia sends ships and nuclear subs off the coast of Florida, 25 miles off the coast of Florida. Now, that's what they said. They was doing some combat missions. They said, what was it called? They said, because Cuba tried to say, don't worry, nothing to see here. They come over here periodically and they do this, and it's a military exercise. That's what it is. So military exercise is what they tried to say it was, right? Military exercise. Now, then the Pentagon tried to come out and say, yeah, we not tripping. We're not tripping because apparently the ships don't have nuclear missiles on it, but they do have the hypersonic missile. Y'all know what the hypersonic missile is. That hypersonic missile is a missile that goes so damn fast, the impact acts like a nuclear bomb. That's how fast the missile is. So damn fast, no radar can detect it. Plus, the impact, when it hits something, it goes so fast, it's like a nuclear bomb explosion. So, the ship is equipped with hypersonic missiles. But, America, we're not worried. We're good. No worries here. But then, when they saying they ain't worried, why did America send their own nuclear warships over to the over down to the Gulf, where Cuba at? You ain't worried, my nigga. What you tripping on, God? What you tripping on? Why you sending nuclear ships down to Cuba if you ain't tripping? Sound like you tripping to me, my nigga. That kind of sound like you tripping. That sound like when a dude's girl cheat on him, And he be like, oh, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Nigga, I don't need that bitch. I was gonna get rid of that bitch anyway. Nigga, that bitch was already had 1 foot and 2 ass cheeks out the door already. I was just about to push on out. Fuck that bitch, man. I'm about to start living it up. But you ain't worried about that bitch. And then you see this nigga over in the corner scrolling through the old love pictures. Fuck that bitch. Fuck you, bitch. He started doing delete. Fuck that bitch. I ain't gonna fuck you, bitch. Wait a minute, nigga. I thought you said you wasn't tripping. I ain't tripping. I'm just clearing up space on my phone to put new bitches in here. I need some new chicks. That's why I'm clearing. I'm just clearing out space. Fuck that crazy ass bitch, man. I did all that shit for her. And moved all the way over here for her. And then did all this shit. And she gonna be done. Man, fuck that bitch. You sure you good, my nigga? I'm good. Check. You don't sound like it. You sound like something might be wrong. So that's America. We ain't worried. Nah. We ain't worried at all. We ain't got a care in the world. Let Russia do whatever the hell they want to do down in the Gulf. We ain't tripping. Send all the goddamn warships down to fucking Cuba. So this motherfucker know what's popping. They done sent the warships down to Cuba because they ain't worried, y'all. That's why they sent a bunch of warships, nuclear warships. Let's be clear. America just sent a bunch of nuclear warships down to the Gulf of Mexico where they ain't worried. Got it, America. Thank you for making us feel so good, so secure. Appreciate it. I feel extra secure now. I feel extra secure now that you told me wasn't nothing to worry about. But you now sending all the damn ships down to the Gulf of Mexico. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Absolute insanity. And then, moving along, because I just had to let y'all know that. Then, did you see, this is more in the destruction of America. Because America's fallen. Did you see Saudi Arabia? They refused to renew their petrodollar deal that they had with America. So, in case y'all don't know, the petrodollar is whenever you buy oil in oil in the world, you're supposed to buy it with the American dollar, right? So that includes if you're buying oil from Saudi Arabia, they had a deal with America where they would only accept Federal Reserve notes for the oil. Now, the deal just ended 2 days ago, like 2 or 3 days ago. And Saudi Arabia was like, America, we good. No more deals, homie. Nah, we're not going to renew that. Nah. Which is terrible. That means this is the end of American supremacy around the world. That's the only reason America's supreme around the world, because everybody got to buy gas in Federal Reserve notes. Because America don't make anything anymore. Not really. They don't make anything tangible thing to export. So they had to use the petrodollar. That's what put America at the top of the game, because of oil. And you got to buy oil in Federal Reserve notes. But now that Saudi Arabia said, no, buddy, we good. Nigga, this is the beginning of the end of American supremacy around the world. This is out. They out of here. So I don't really try to give investment advice, sorta. I just tell you what I'm doing for me. But if I was, you might want to start divesting in some crypto. I mean, I'm talking about myself. Might want to start divesting in some crypto, some other currencies, in case this dollar just take a shithole dive off the cliff. You don't want to be tied to the ankles of America when they take a dive off the cliff. So that's big time, y'all. If y'all don't know how big time that is, that's pretty big. Saudi Arabia not renewing the petrodollar is huge. Is absolutely huge. Now, they're not, it's huge because there's only a few countries. They're the second, I think the second or third largest country with oil, right? Under the earth. Venezuela is first. So this now, what you're probably about to see is some type of coup. I don't want to say it, that it's going to do that, but because Trump actually tried to do it before. He's like, well, let's go over there and just take the oil. This nigga just said the shit out loud about Venezuelan oil. We should just go over there and just take the shit. Like, wait a minute, nigga. Go take their oil? Yeah, we should just go over there and take it. Now that you see that Saudi Arabia didn't renew the petrodollar, watch what happens with Venezuela. Some shit is going to go down with Venezuela for sure. They can't afford not to. They have to do something. They got to get hold of some goddamn oil reserves somewhere. But the fact that no one else in the world is buying oil or gas in American Federal Reserve notes, that's big time. That's big time, baby. So just be on the lookout and make sure you make some moves and just don't sit up here. I'm just in it, not of it. I'm just in it, not of it. You just holding on. You don't diversify your money. Buy something tangible with it that increases with value. Buy an asset. You can also buy other countries' notes, other countries' currency. Buy some crypto. Just telling you stuff that I would think, I'm thinking about. Not telling you what to do. Just telling you some stuff I'm thinking about. But figure that shit out and figure it out fast. So moving along, there was a new Khazarian raid on Gaza. I know y'all saw this. That killed 275 Palestinians. Now, they wasn't supposed to raid Gaza. They wasn't supposed to raid. But they did a raid and they killed 275 civilians. To get back 4 hostages. 275 innocent people for 4 niggas. Now, in the raid, they actually killed some of the damn hostages. They killed some of their own hostages in the raid. And then was happy we got 4 back. One immaculate. Appreciate you, brother. I invested in Adrian Bronner and Brown Bomber. No bueno. Cannot pass go. Cannot collect 200. What you say? I invested in Adrian Bronner and Brown Bomber. No bueno. What the hell? He says no good. I don't know what Adrian Bronner is. I don't know what that is. Cannot pass go. Cannot collect 200. ADHD moment. Oh, I don't know what the Adrian Bronner is, dog. Somebody let me know what that is. But 275 people for 4 niggas, and they killed some of their own people to get back 4 people. I know Adrian Broner is a boxer, but I didn't know what he meant by he invested in Adrian Broner. Oh, you mean did you bet on him? You bet on him when oh, did Adrian Broner just have a fight? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't see. See, I didn't know Adrian Broner just had a fight. So if he just had a fight and lost, now I get it. Okay. My bad. Oh, I didn't know Adrian Broner just had a fight. After what's his name turned him around and did this to him in the ring, I was out. When Maidana beat the living snot out of Adrian Bronner in the ring and embarrassed the shit out of him and all black niggas, all niggas in boxing by doing that to him in the ring, I was out on Adrian Bronner. So I don't know shit about Adrian Bronner's fights, but I get it. But back to the new Khazarians just killing everybody and acting like you supposed to go along with that shit. Yo, Brandon Terry, appreciate you. Thank you for the cash app, brother. Hold on a second. No? As y'all can see, my voice ain't fully back yet. But gotta do this live stream. But so they just, again, killing up. So they killed 275 people and injured 1,000. 1,000 people. Excuse me. To get 4 hostages. That's insane. It's absolutely. And then when I tell you in a second, when I tell you this thing about why it's insane, you're going to really see what's up. So it says it was the deadliest attack in Gaza in months. And they disguised themselves, the IDF disguised themselves in civilian clothing. So they didn't even go over there looking like military. They went over there disguised as civilians and committed and just started mowing people down. Now, how did they get over into Gaza? They used the food aid platform that America said they were building to bring food aid to the people, starving people in Gaza. They used that platform to stage to initiate the attack. So America basically provided the goddamn, they built them a platform so that they could do it. Saying that it was supposed to be a platform to bring food to the Gazans. And it was used to kill and wound, like brutally wound. Like when we say wound, we don't mean like a shot in a bullet through the hand or something like that. We mean limbs cut off, legs cut off. These are little babies. I don't know if you've seen the video of them people pulling them out, pulling the kids and stuff out of the rubble. Man, that shit is disgusting, man. It's the most sickening thing, and people can just look at it and not feel anything for it. That means you are disconnected from the universe if you can just look at babies dying and not feel anything. You are absolutely disconnected. Well, it's just a casualty of war. You know, things happen in war. No, nigga, things happen in war because you're doing it. And you're doing it against the rules of war. There are rules to this shit. Which is what they came up with in the Geneva Convention after World War II. They was like, we can't do all this crazy shit. We just can't do this. Innocent people need to stay. We need to keep innocent people out of it. And everybody in the world agreed. Innocent people, you leave them out of it. But no, not New Khazaria. They don't give a shit what nobody say. They run the world. And they're letting you know they run the world right now. By doing all this shit and no repercussions. So then it said the kick the bucket toll is up to 40,000 Palestinians, civilians taken out. But they said the real kick the bucket toll is closer to 100,000. They believe that because those are so many people buried under the rubble, these are only people they can count is 40,000. It says closer to 100,000 people, men, women, or women, mostly women and children, and civilian men taken out. That's fucking insane. But you supposed to, every time you hear the nigga with the little tiny mustache back in World War II, you supposed to, oh, the atrocities, they threw them in ovens and blah, blah, blah. You supposed to jump crazy when you hear that shit. But these niggas are absolutely doing worse by blowing people the fuck up. The hostages, when they got back, they said, first of all, the hostages look great. If y'all didn't see them hostages, they look fed. They was taken care of. But when they got back, the hostages said the scariest thing for them was worrying about Israel dropping the bombs. Them being killed by the Israel dropping bombs. Because the Israel didn't give a shit where the hostages are. They just in there trying to take the land and then saying they trying to get the hostages back. Yo, Big Jaboogie, appreciate you. Geneva suggestions at this point. Well, the UN are they're trying to, again, the UN has the case out against them. So they're trying to bring the case against them. And everybody, a lot of people are jumping on board. So it was South Africa who brought the case against them, who brought the case against them. And then who else jumped on board? Oh, so Mexico jumped on board, but a whole lot of other countries are on board. They jumped on board with that. So New Khazaria is looking like the villains right now, but they don't. They're in control of the media, so they can hide all of that. They're in control of main media, the main media, but social media they're not, which is why they're trying to get TikTok banned, and they did a law to monitor everybody who talks about New Khazaria on social media. I told you about that last week. They got together with the government officials and the corporate and the companies of the social media company heads, and they all said they'll put in some guidelines to monitor and police the speech for people who are talking to anti-Semitism. So they're trying to gain control of the narrative, but they don't have it. So they used to have all control of the narrative. No matter what they did, they came out smelling like potpourri farts. They came out smelling straight like potpourri farts. But now they don't have control of the shit, and they are so worried about that. Because they don't want you to know that they're killing 100,000 babies. Come on, they can't let you see that. So, but the truth is coming out. We're in a new age. You can't hide, we're in an age of information, the air age right now. You can't hide anything. Anything that you do will be brought to the light like that. I mean, it's quick. This is a warning to everybody who does dirt in this era right now. If you do dirt right now, your shit is gonna get found out fast. We're in a new time, a new age. Information travels through the air very fast. So this is why they can't get anything done. Any plan, any conspiracy they done, it gets brought to the surface immediately. I'm about to go through it in a second. Tell you what. So there's a congressman named Thomas Massey. He was giving an interview with Tucker Carlson the other day. And he said that all or most of the Republicans in Congress and the senators as well, they have the Jewish lobby called AIPAC. So it's the biggest lobby in America, Jewish lobby, right? They said the AIPAC they have an AIPAC person, an AIPAC handler that deals with each congressperson individually. They basically are setting them up with a handler so that you can't, anything that you say or do, you get talked to by the AIPAC representative. If you ain't caping for New Khazaria, if you say one word that sounds like you're going to go against New Khazaria, they own you. Hey, man, what was that? What was that about? What was that about, huh? Huh? What about all the money we gave you, huh? You want us to tell everybody that we gave you all this fucking money? You want that on the news? Well, you better do something, fucker. Get on over there. They're like, God damn. Like, shit, nigga. And then that New Khazaria. They got to vote when they get into the chamber to vote. New Khazaria. They got to vote in favor of New Khazaria because they got a goddamn handler given by the Jewish lobby. That's crazy. No other country does this. This nigga said. Yo, Dexter Robinson, appreciate you. Says, how realistic is the rally for reparations when Tulsa lawsuit was denied? Man, you ain't getting no damn reparations. I done covered this shit 18,000 times. Nobody getting you no reparations. Reparations only come around once every 4 goddamn years. Y'all notice that? Every time an election, that's when the talk of reparations get big. And then after the election, you don't hear shit else. Because they know they get the dumbass niggas who believe you're going to get reparations. When it's already ruled against the Constitution. The court has already ruled it's unconstitutional to give one discriminate group privileges. They can't do that. It's against the Constitution. So it's already been ruled on, but they let you believe that you have a chance of getting reparations so they get your votes. So, which is all bullshit before, but this is a new time. I would normally tell you that your vote don't count, but this is a new time. Your vote absolutely counts this time. Because they're trying to railroad all the people who go against the system, which means your votes count somewhere. But what other country? They said China doesn't have a Jewish lobby, a China lobby that has handlers for each politician. Ukraine, none of these countries have a lobby that sends a handler to the Congress people. And they kick it with them all the time. They're with them throughout the week. The Khazarian handler is giving them talking points. Who else is doing that? Nobody. Transcendental. Thank you, brother. So I heard that shit. It says it was so disturbing. 99% of our government is clearing decisions through APAC. Yep. You don't have a choice. You have no say-so in nothing. The new Khazarians run this bitch. They run this motherfucker. You have no say-so whatsoever. So, again, that's why you got to get into it. You can't be in this, I'm just in it, not of it. You can't do that with this shit right now. We're in a new time, new age. Stuff is moving. So you need to get in there and make it move. Help it to move in the direction you want it to move in, which is why I say on the solstice, put out there what you want, that the new Khazarians will fail. Put that down. Everybody, on your ritual, put down the new Khazarian plan, the one world order plan will fail. Put that down on your paper. I'm challenging everybody in here who watched this video to do your ritual on the summer solstice. One of the things that you want, whatever you put down there, that's on you. But I'm challenging you to put two things: that the new Khazarian plan is gonna fail, and the one world order plan is gonna fail. Put those two things down, because we already got the ball moving against it. So let's get that sun God energy behind it to help push this the ideal that this is not going to pop off. Y'all picked the wrong time to institute this. This may have worked in another age, but not now. This is our time. So make sure y'all do that. But then there was a news report. This is why I say you can learn how they control everything and how they can't hide anything right now. It's all going to come out. So there's a news report from a cat named Ben Swan. So he's a reporter who was with something called Truth. I forgot the name of the. I forgot the name that he used to be. He used to be with a newspaper or a media company. Then he got fired because he would tell the truth all the time. Now he started his own thing. So you can go to truthinmedia.com. Okay, if you want to see this, it's called truthinmedia.com. All right, challenging all y'all to go check this out. It's a 7-part series. And he basically reported that, and I've talked about this before, how Netanyahu and them knew about the attacks before they happened. I thought it was a year they knew in advance. He comes out, he does a 7-part series report on, they knew 2 years in advance that the shit was going to happen. They knew 2 years in advance that the attacks was going to happen they knew the day, October 7th. They knew the day was going to happen 2 years in advance. Goddamn. Then they said the military also knew, because they had people who knew about it, and they came and they said some people saw the Hamas training, and they came and tried to whistleblow, and the military told them, because they was watching it at the border, they could see them doing military moves and exercises on the border, and they came to tell the military said, we're going to put you in jail if you say anything else. The military told these people who tried to warn them that Hamas was conducting military exercises that they could see that something was about to go down, and the military told them, shut the fuck up, or we're gonna throw your ass in jail. God damn. Then it said, it also showed that Egypt called Netanyahu or Kazaria 3 days before it happened. They was like, hey, look here, cuz, we ain't good. You know, fuck you. And yeah, you know, you say fuck me. But all that aside, look here, nigga. Hamas is about to attack you niggas in 3 days. And Netanyahu was like, yes, don't worry about it. We can take care of ourselves. Thank you so much. We'll take care of ourselves. You do not need to get involved in Nukazarian politics. Thank you so much. And they hung up on the nigga, right? And then Egypt was like, this motherfucker just hang up on us? We just told this nigga he about to be attacked. This nigga, oh, nigga, fuck. But then, the day before, Egypt called them again. Hey, look here, nigga. Hey, nigga. We told you these niggas about to attack you motherfuckers tomorrow. Don't worry about it. We'll handle it. Thank you for the thank you. We don't know. We do not need you. We do not need your help. Thank you so much. We do not need your help. This is what that nigga told them. We don't need your help. Thank you. Appreciate you. Deuces. We don't need your help. Because 2 days before the attack, this is in the report. 2 days before the attack, they moved both of their battalions, their number 1 and number 2 battalions, away from the border. This is the battalions that guarded the border, the commandos that guarded the border. They moved them, which was 100 soldiers. They moved them away from the border and put them all the way on the other side of the country at another position where there was no activity, no hostile activity happened. They took 100 soldiers off the border and moved them to the whole other side of the country. Not the city, the country. That's why it took 9 hours to respond that day. Then, some more shit. Like this shit, I tell you, they can't do shit without it all coming out. Then it came out that the people who held the event at the border, because, you know, they always know when they hold an event, Hamas, you know, they'll try to do something. So they went to Netanyahu and them was like, hey, we want to do this event at the border. Are we good? And they were like, yeah, man. Yeah, hey, nigga, go ahead and do that border. Hey, nigga, go ahead, do your thing. You know, barbecue, do your thing, do your electric slide. You know, y'all can get your the new Khazarian Havlagila. You can get your Havlagila slide on. Havlagila, glishla, Havlagila. I was watching the goddamn Boys. If y'all seen the new season of the Boys, they actually playing that. Hey, y'all need to watch the new season of the Boys because they playing that in one of the parties at a bar mitzvah for the girl. Havlagila, dishlagila. I broke down crying. I was like, oh shit, who watching this? The Havlagila ball gargle. But they came and they asked if they could do an event if it was gonna be safe. And then y'all was like, yeah, it's gonna be safe. Shit, we got you. Hey, nigga, when did we let y'all niggas down? Come on, nigga. You know we got y'all. Go ahead and do that shit. They're like, you sure? You sure? You positive? Are you really sure? We can go ahead and do this? Yeah, nigga. Save me some barbecue, matter of fact, nigga. Goddamn. Save me some barbecue and a Havlagila dance. You know, I may slide in a little bit later after shit died down, but save me a plate and a Havlagila dance. They was like, okay. And this nigga knew there was an attack about to happen. And they let them niggas do that shit, pulled 100 people away from the goddamn border and told them to hold the events anyway. Now, that don't sound like it was on purpose at all. Not to me. I know y'all some conspiracy theorists, but that don't sound like it was on purpose to me. You know, I believe them. I believe you, Netanyahu, bitch. You had no idea. Even though you was funding Hamas, you was funding them. You knew 2 years in advance about the plan. Egypt called your ass 3 days before it happened, and then the day before it happened, and told you what was going to go down. But I believe you didn't know a goddamn thing. I'm with you, Netanyahu, bitch. You didn't know nothing. Not a goddamn thing. It's all conspiracy theories. So full of shit. So, again, if you want to see the whole news report, you can see some of it on Jimmy Dore. This is how I found out about it. Then you can go to the website and watch the whole video. So he showed pieces of the video on the Jimmy Dore show. I think he put it out last night. So go watch, or a couple days ago, actually. I think it was a couple days ago. So go to Jimmy Dore show on YouTube. You can watch that. And then if you want to see all 7 of the videos, you got to go to truthinmedia.com. And he gives the whole story about how they all knew what was going to happen. Netanyahu knew what was going to happen, and he let it happen. That's why he can't stop the war. This is all out there. See, we don't know this over here. This is reported back in the day from Haaretz, the Israeli news. It's like the Israeli Times. It's called Haaretz. They reported this months ago. So the people already know over there that what this nigga did. That's why he can't stop the war, because they stop the war, this nigga is going to be investigated. He going to be flambazed. They going to hang that nigga by his motherfucking pinky toes from the tree. Nigga, you been hung by your pinky toe. So he is trying to, well, he thinks if I wipe out all of the Gazans and I take the land, then, you know, they have to congratulate me. Then, you know, if I fully get rid of Hamas and take the land, then they have to weigh that into, you know, into basically hanging me. Like, nigga, you can hang me, but I got the Gaza Strip for Israel. And then he said in the report, they have something in their doctrine that says it's okay for them to, if it's in the best interest of New Khazaria, it's okay to let some people die in order to advance the political agenda of New Khazaria. This is in their doctrine. It's in that report. So go check out the report, man. It's homeboy breaking it all. So moving along, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals that deals with California, Arizona, Oregon, Washington, a couple other states in there. I forgot the other states, but Ninth Circuit, they basically ruled that the Boogie V cupcake vaccine, the cupcakes, are not vaccines. Oh, they ruled that the cupcakes are not vaccines, y'all, and they don't prevent the spread of disease. Whoa, hold up, Ninth Circuit. What the fuck? You gonna get canceled, Ninth Circuit. You can't say shit like that. But apparently they did. They ruled fine. So now, I know what y'all, yeah, we knew that shit. Yeah, everybody knew, but it wasn't ruled on by a court. So now you can go and use that. See, that's called precedent. Now, you can go take that court case and kick some ass. Now, it's only in the Ninth Circuit. If you're in another court circuit, you can use other decisions to influence your court or your circuit's decisions if you go and try to take a case against them. But they don't have to follow them. But in the Ninth Circuit, they did. And so basically it was a lawsuit against the LA Unified School District because they were making people take mandates, or they mandated people wear masks, or they mandated that people get the cupcake. So they would do these mandates and then take them off and then act like, oh, we're not doing anything. And then a few months later, whatever, they would put the mandate back on. So they were taking it off, putting it back on, taking it off, putting it back on, right? So they said basically the LA Unified School District couldn't prove that the vaccines prevented the spread of disease. They couldn't prove it. And of course they couldn't prove it because the cupcake company, P.F. Heiser Bakery, they came out and said when they were doing a, what was it, not a deposition, it was like a grand jury, not like a grand jury, it was like the European countries, they did a, I forgot what it's called, when they basically, they all called him, they were like a questioning of all the heads of all the European countries. They called Pfizer to questioning. And so in the questioning, the Pfizer representative, the P.F. Heiser Bakery representative said, because the guy asked him, did you even test to see if it stopped the spread? And then she was like, no, no. Did we stop? Did we test? No, we didn't test. We were moving at the speed of science. What the fuck does that mean? We had to move at the speed of science to get these out here to help the people. There's no such thing. Science is test, try it, test, try, back and forth, boom, till you absolutely positive that this thing does what you say it can do. But we had to move at the speed of science. Bitch, I will slap the living shit out of you. The speed of science. Get your ass out of here. So they already said it in the questioning with the European countries. So basically, this reopens lawsuits against LAUSD from employees claiming they were fired because they didn't get the cupcake. This is what this was for. All these people were trying to sue the Unified School District, LA Unified School District, because they got fired because they wasn't masking up or taking the cupcakes. So now it says it wasn't a real crack scene. This was not a real crack scene, so you had no right, because they said a crack scene, prevents, crack scene is something that prevents the spread, of whatever it's intended to stop. They said this thing doesn't do that. You have no proof that it does that or anything. So they basically trying to say that, look, if you want to win this case, then what you got to do, because they basically kicked it back to the lower court and they said, look, if you want to win this case, you need to come in here and prove that these cupcakes do what the company says they're going to do. That they stop the spread. They cannot do that at all. There's no way they can do that. So this case is pretty much won. And anybody who was fired, like my homie Setu, he's a substitute teacher for LAUSD, and they wouldn't let him go back to school because he wouldn't get the cupcake. So Setu, you can sue now, nigga. Trying to tell you, boy, you can sue. And I'm better than you. But shout out to all the people who got the cupcake, who gets to sue the people for not taking the cupcake. So basically it says the employees sufficiently alleged that the small packs vaccine isn't comparable to the COVID-19 vaccine because the latter only reduces symptoms. So the court shouldn't have dismissed the case under Jacobson. So the case shouldn't have dismissed the court. So the court shouldn't have dismissed the case. This is the lower court. So then it says, which the P.F. Heiser Bakery already admitted to in questioning by the EU that it didn't work. So they said, nigga, the EU, they already admitted to the EU that it didn't work. And you can't prove that it worked. So what are we doing here? Why are you firing people? So fuck out of here. Hire them people back or pay them their money. And so again, shout out to the law team who saw this through. Cause trust y'all, this ain't some easy shit, man, to do what they did. But they went in there and they set precedent, and now you can use this case to sue if you got fired. So again, shout out court rules that the cupcakes are not cupcakes or crack scenes. So moving along, Nancy Pelosi, did you see she was caught on tape this week on camera by her daughter, nonetheless, who was filming, because her daughter does documentaries for HBO. And so she always films her mom. So she be behind the scenes filming. So her mom pretty much forgets that her daughter's there at this point filming. And she caught her mom on tape saying that January 6th was her responsibility. Not Donald Trump. That they keep calling him an insurrectionist, and he tried to take over the country, and he promoted this to his people, his MAGA people. They tried to destroy the country. It was the worst moment in American history. Wait a minute, the worst moment in American history? Niggas getting escorted around the Capitol building, kneeling and praying with the security, praying for the security. The security is like, oh yeah, my nigga, you want to go check this out? Let's go this way. Like, wait a minute. That's the worst atrocity in history, huh? So she admitted it was her fault because she said, because they told the National Guard not to be there. Because they interviewed the head of the Capitol Police. He was on Tucker Carlson. And he said he was told to stand down by Nancy Pelosi and them. They were told to stand down. And also one of the head of the militaries. So Nancy Pelosi controls Capitol Police. Capitol Police was told to stand down. Then they was going to have National Guard. They was going to have a National Guard at the Capitol. And then the head of, military, he said, no, we're not going to have the National Guard at the Capitol building because he said it was a bad look. But really what they thought was, they thought Trump was going to use the National Guard to take over the Capitol and stop the transition of power. They thought Trump was going to commit a coup if the National Guard was at the Capitol building. He was going to commit a coup and turn them against all the people on the Capitol building and tell them to stop the election, to stop the transition from happening in the Capitol building. So they said no National Guard and no Capitol building police. Now, again, they were still planning all this shit. They were planning to do this and blame it on him, right? Because when the FBI, they asked the FBI, head of the FBI, was there any FBI agents in the crowd? And he said, I refuse I can't answer that. Which means yeah, because if it wasn't, you'd say no. If it was nobody in there, you would just say, hell no, wasn't nobody in there. We had nobody in the crowd. But this nigga came out and was like, people in the crowd? What do you mean by that, sir? What do you mean, people in the crowd? FBI, did you have FBI agents feet on the ground in the goddamn crowd outside the Capitol building? What do you mean feet on the ground? What do you mean by that? Like, 10 toes down? Moccasins to the floor? Huh? You get any of those? Converse on the concrete? Do you get any of those? What do you mean by that, sir? This nigga just kept shucking and jiving and shit. So, but comes out again that Nancy Pelosi, so she said 3 days before the January 6th, the Army National Guard General gave an order to stand down, stripping Trump of his power. So basically that was a coup. The head of the National Guard instituted a coup because he told him to stand down so that he basically stripped power from Trump that day. Because Trump was like, yo, if the National Guard was there, I could have ordered them to stop everybody. But the National Guard wasn't there because excuse me, again, the Army National Guard General said no. So, instituting the coup, this is how this shit goes down. And they wanted to blame Trump for it. So it says the real reason they thought Trump was going to issue an unconstitutional order to the National Guard to take over the Capitol, and so they took actions to undermine it. This is what came out. They thought Trump was going to institute some actions to take over the Capitol, so they preemptively wanted to get ahead of it and not have any military at the Capitol building. So now it all comes out. Then she goes on MSNBC or CNN or one of them damn channels, and this is them always trying to distract. They're just trying to distract from what he did. He's an insurrectionist. He tried to take over power that day and blah, blah, blah. But wait a minute, bitch. We got your ass on camera saying it was your fault. You should have been more prepared and should have had some people at the goddamn thing. So, how is it Trump's fault again? I'm just saying. You know, he's an insurrectionist. He's a warmonger, blah, blah, blah. He did all this thing. He just pumps up his crowd to take up. Like, wait a minute, bitch. You're just saying a whole bunch of stupid shit. Why are you not answering the question about why did you say it was your fault that the Capitol thing happened, that January 6th happened? She wasn't answering none of them questions. Her old ass wasn't answering not one of them goddamn questions. So we know, now we see what's up, and now they're trying to hide it, but we already knew what the deal was. So moving along, Nancy Pelosi, excuse me, we just did that one. So did you see there was a thing that went viral? So this is funny, I had to put this in here. Did you see the Caucasian girl, the white girl? She got canceled because she used nigga. She used what they call the N-word, but she used the N-word, excuse me, in a casual way to describe her friends' boyfriends. Did y'all see that video? So she was just cooking up some stuff. She was like, yeah, and boo-boo. And my girls, talking about her girls, and my girls be with these broke niggas, and boo. And she just said it, you know, just came on out. And she didn't think nothing about it. Now, when people saw the video, oh my God, she said nigger, blah, 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 oh my God, cancel her. She's racist. So they wanted her to do an apology, and she came out and doubled down. She doubled down on the shit. She said, after a long soul searching and reviewing the video and a long week of soul searching and looking inside myself and understanding and taking into account what people were saying and blah, blah. And she said, I still can't find anything. She's like, shit. I would basically do it again. So basically, she was like, she wasn't saying nigga in a derogatory way, but apparently, that's, Caucasians can't use the word at all now, right? But she was saying nigga and not nig, she didn't use the hard ER. And, they were blazing her for it. Now, is she wrong for using the N-word, being that it's in every goddamn rap song today? And 70% of rap music is bought by Caucasian people? And they rap along to the song all the time. So even when you ain't around, they're saying it. So it's just programmed in their head because they like the music. So it's a word that's been co-opted now. Again, I don't give a shit about using the word. I say they should use it all the time because the word means God. Now, is everybody a nigga? Now, it went from Naga, and negus is the true word, but it morphed into, we get nigga. So if you say that, you say Naga really fast, it can sound like nigga, Naga, nigga, or nega, N-A-G-A, nega. So this is where these words come from. You need to start understanding and stop being so emotional about the shit. It means God. That's why you own real Nagas. It means real gods. So persecuting Caucasian people for saying it today, to me, is stupid. That's out of emotion for you not knowing what the word means. Now, I don't think everybody should be using it. Even all melanated people. Why? Because most of you niggas ain't Nagas. Unless you up here in the higher, I don't mean niggas watching my channel. If you watching my channel, you obviously on some higher consciousness shit. But most people, most niggas out here, they not niggas. They not Nagas. That was a high spiritual God, conscious God, who understood science and the science of the universe. Everybody wasn't allowed to use that term. It was a very high spiritual word. Again, when you translate it, and it goes to the Negus, that most people call Nagas, but it's the Negus. That's because we talk from the diaphragm. The Negus is the sovereign or the king of Africa. Ethiopia. So it's a very high vibratory word for a very high vibrational person. And unless you are on that frequency, you shouldn't be using the word. But again, melanated people or Caucasian people took the word and tried to flip the energy and use it as a derogatory term towards melanated people during slavery. But the word is so high vibrational that they couldn't change it because they change words all the time. They change words in everyday language all the time, and that shit sticks usually. Like the word nice means stupid. The word nice means stupid. How many of y'all knew that? If you watched my wordplay videos, y'all would know that. But I brought that out a while ago. Nice means stupid. Bad, the word bad means pedophile. So if you call yourself bad and nice, you're a stupid pedophile. Basically, that's what you're saying. So words get changed all the time and they stick. But this word that they tried to change and use that as a negative term to degrade you, it didn't stick. Because the word is so high vibrational. It's such a high vibrational word that we took it back because we've been saying it for thousands of years. It's a word that we've been using for thousands of years. So there was no way they could take that and co-opt it and change it because that vibration was deep. When you've been using something for thousands of years, that shit is in your soul, in your vibration, in your cells. That frequency is vibrating all throughout your cells, which is why you feel good when you say the shit. And you know you do. That's my nigga right there. Oh, nigga. Hey, Nick. What up, Nick? Hey, my nigga. What's cracking, dog? You know it feel good when you say it. And it should feel good because it means God. Sovereign, ruler. So damn right it feels good. So it is no wonder that they want to say it too. But because their ancestors tried to take it and turn it and flip it and make it something negative, they can't really use the word today. Now, do I think they shouldn't use the word? Absolutely not. Nigga, go call us gods all you want to. You can call me God all the goddamn day, nigga. I'm good. And that's why you see me I say the word all the damn time because I know what it means. I'm not saying it as some hood nigga. I know what the word means. You understand me, Nick? That's just how I say it. What up? You know what I'm saying, Nick? But you can find creative ways to say the word if you want to. But should she be vilified for saying the word? And is the word overused? Now, like I said, I think it's overused because most people who say it are not Nagas. You're not niggas, you're not Nagas, you're not niggus, you're not those things. So, elevate your vibration so that you may be using it in the proper context when you talk about yourself or you talk about your brethren. because it should be used to uplift, but only when you know what it means. If you don't know what a word means, you probably shouldn't be using it. Just saying. So then, man, where's, oh shit, damn it. Oh man, I'm sorry. I had a thing I was trying to show y'all something. Damn, I lost my thing. I thought I had it over here. Shit. All right. Oh, damn. Well, if I, damn, I guess I got to show you guys next live stream. But so moving along. Damn, man. Damn it, I lost it. So I got to show you guys next live stream. But I got something for you next live stream. But then keeping in along with the in the racial thing, there was a Caucasian father that went on stage during his daughter's graduation when the melanated superintendent of the schools was on stage. And they, you know, when you walk, you do your graduation, you got to shake everybody's hand, all the faculty hand. And before the melanated brother got to his daughter's hand, this Caucasian dude, he got up and pushed the brother off the stage. He got up there and pushed the dude off the stage. And, you know, then everybody said it was racist because he didn't want his daughter to shake a black man's hand. So everybody came out after. Look at this racist thing. Racist. He came up. He's a racist that doesn't want his daughter to shake the black superintendent's hand. This is so racist. This is racist. He'd be like, then it came out, it wasn't necessarily racist because something happened to his daughter at the school some months ago. Something foul had happened to his daughter, and they thought the school should have handled it, and nothing came about it. Like somebody messed with his daughter, and they reported it, and nothing happened to the person who supposedly messed with his daughter. So he felt that the superintendent should have handled that because he's the leader of the schools or whatever. So he comes up and pushes the dude off stage. Now, having said that, that nigga should have knocked him to fuck. He should have knocked his ass into next universe. Nigga walk up on, first of all, how I know you ain't a shooter? How I know you ain't coming up here with a knife to stab me or something? That brother should have kicked a hole in his chest when he walked up there. If it was me, oh, I'd have chopped him in half. I'd have chopped that fool in half. Soon as he got within arm, let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something. Take this goddamn shit. Don't ever let a nigga get to an arm distance of you. When I mean arm distance, I mean this. With your arm stretched out, no one should get within arm's length of you. Ever. This getting all up in your face and talk, that's some bullshit. That's dumb motherfuckers who don't know how to fight. Who want to get all up in people in each other's face and act like they want somebody supposed to back down because of that. If a nigga gets in your face, that means he most likely ready to hit you. And he's in major position to do so. I'm telling you this because I teach martial arts. And I never, ever would let my student let somebody get close to them so they can talk shit. You have to keep an arm's length, and you want to do it like this. So if somebody walks up on you, be like, hey, man, you know, you can back up. What is this right here? This is defense. Most people don't even know. This is defense. I'm in arm's length with you. This is called a range finder right here. So if you step up to me and I go like this, back up, man, and you're within this distance right here, I pretty much know I can tag you from this distance. If I do this, I know I can tag you, but it looks like I'm passively just saying, no, holy, I'm just back up. I don't want to fight. That's what it looks like you're saying. But in essence, it's a couple of things. If a dude wants to fight you and throw punches at you now, this is an obstruction that he has to punch through to get to your face. But again, it's also a range finder for you. In case you have to attack back, you know how far the distance is. Don't ever let somebody get in your face. But this dude walked up and pushed this brother off the stage. Now, if you don't want your daughter shaking the dude's hand, Why don't you go check your daughter? Why you think you got the right to check a brother, this grown-ass man, who you don't know at all? And let me say this. That was assault. When you put your hands on somebody in an unwanted manner, it's called assault or assault or assault and battery, depending on what state you in. It can be both in depending on what state you in. So that's why you don't ever touch. That's why homeboy who played Kang, what was his name? Jonathan Majors. That's why he went to jail. Or he got convicted because the girl tried to get out of the car and he grabbed her and put her back in the car. He didn't hit her or anything, but she hit her head on the top of the car when he tried to put her back in the car. And just that, him forcibly trying to make her do something that she didn't want to do, was assault. Minor assault, because he didn't go to jail for it, but it was assault. So when this Caucasian dude walked up on stage and put his hand on that brother and pushed him up, that was assault. That brother had every damn right to mangle that nigga in every manner that he wanted to. Hold on. So he had every right to mangle him in the manner that he wanted to, which I would have. But he said it was like, excuse me, hold on, y'all. Excuse me. But he said it was 3,000 parents there, or 3,000 people there. He didn't want to cause a scene or whatever. Nigga, I'm causing a scene. I'm making YouTube. I'm making the 11 o'clock news. I'm making the 5 o'clock news. I'm making HBO news. I'm telling you right now, I would have mangled that fool. See, when they do stuff like this, you don't have any idea who you doing this stuff to. When you do something like that, excuse me, when you do something like that, that's why I tell people, don't be the first. Don't ever underestimate anyone. I tell anybody I train to fight, don't you ever underestimate anybody. A dude can look like they can absolutely not fight at all, and this nigga can be the illest killer in the universe. I've seen it. I've fucking absolutely seen it. Cats who look so unassuming, you think I'd pimp slap this fool across the street, and you be so damn mistaken that if you got within 5 feet of that dude, they would break you down and send you home in a suitcase. So don't ever touch anybody unless they touch you, or unless they coming at you or threatening you, your family, or something like that. So this dude, now let's flip it. If it's the white superintendent, the Caucasian superintendent, getting ready to shake the sister's hand, and, excuse me, and the black father, the melanated father, he rushes up there and pushes the Caucasian superintendent off the stage, what's going to happen to that nigga? What's going to happen to that nigga? Put it in. Let me see it in the chat. What's going to happen, y'all? What do you give me? He would be dead, okay? And bro would be in jail now, okay? He would have been arrested and no bail. No bind? I don't know what bind means. Maybe bail. J Hale, yep. he's going to Yale with a Y, like Black Dot says, arrested. So the Caucasian dude did get arrested, but the police officers was so if you see the questioning video, they were trying to just act like they were trying to ask him questions and trying to figure out, why did you do it, man? And they were so accommodating to him. You know what I'm saying? Like not like he just attacked a person. They were just so, let's figure this out, man. Like, no, you ain't doing that. If that's a nigga sitting right there, you're not doing that. If that's a brother who did that, you're not doing that, trying to sit there and figure out why, what's the reason? Let's get to the reason. We need a reason. We just want to figure it out so everybody can just be chill. Absolutely not. And they should have charged him with assault, but they didn't. They charged him with disorderly conduct. That was blatant assault. When you put your hands on somebody and they don't want you to put their hands on them, that's assault. Period. But they charged the nigga with disorderly conduct. Absolutely not. If I'm that brother, I'm going for assault. I don't give a shit what your daughter think. So we live in a different world where some people can walk on stage and push niggas off the stage. Some people can push niggas off the stage and just get disorderly conduct. And if a nigga had done that, if a nigga had done that, he would be, oh man, it would be all over the news, Caucasian Fox News. He'd be every other story on Fox News about how this brother, this melanated father, jumped on stage and pushed this Caucasian man off the stage. Yeah, probably a felony. Yep. Absolutely. So I just thought that was crazy right there. Because I would have broke that fool down something terrible. I tell you right now, that nigga lucky he did it to that fool. So moving along, in rainbow news, got to talk about it so we don't let it just take over shit. So in rainbow news, the American College of Pediatricians calls for a ban on sex change operations for children. Finally! God damn it, somebody's starting to speak up. They put out a whole manifesto and, you know, what was it? A plan on what each. So they were basically calling out all of the other health organizations who've been going along with this shit. They called them all out. The American College of Pediatricians, they called out everybody and say, y'all full of shit. Y'all know damn well these children should not be getting this, what you call affirmative care, until they're adults. We deal with children all the time. We know children don't have fucking straight minds. And all of a sudden, you're going to try to tell us that at 7 years old, a child can know what the hell they want to be for the rest of their life? When we deal with kids every goddamn day? And we know how fucking fickle kids are. One day they're a pirate. Next day they're a baseball player. Next day they're a wrestler. The next day they want to be a lawyer or a doctor. Then the next day they want to be a basketball player. What the fuck? But all of a sudden, if they say they want to, if it's a boy, they say they want to be a girl that day. Oh, you want to be a girl? Huh? Okay, well let's do everything we can. It's gonna get you fixed up. Let's get you changed. It's gonna get your shit stamped off. Let's go do it. You be like, nigga, and you, nigga, 7 years old. What the fuck do they know about what they want to be for the rest of their life? So the parents be virtue signaling when they do this, and these are mostly Caucasian parents, except for Dwayne Wade, with his crazy ass. But so they said the declaration was signed by more than a dozen different child care and other medical care organizations. A dozen organizations, not people, organizations. They was like, look, it's time to stop this shit. It's time to stop. Like, this is ridiculous. You are messing up these children's lives for the rest of their life at 7, 8, 9. What the fuck are you doing? Giving them puberty blockers. And then if they're past the age, and then if they're past puberty, the age where puberty starts in, you snipping their shit off. Just you good now? Like, no, I'm not. First off, did y'all know that when a man gets the sex change to the woman, and they get the thingamajig down there, they get their thing snipped off and turned into a cootie coo? Do you know what the cootie coo is made of? Do y'all know? I bet there's some of y'all in here that don't know, do you? When they get that shit made into a cootie coo, the cootie coo, they have to go inside and they snip some of your colon. No, it's not fish skin. It's colon. They snip some of your colon and put it down there and make a hole. So the dude is basically, if a trans dude get with another dude, the dude is tapping him in the boot. I can't even say it. They put a booty hole down there. What is going on, man? God damn. This is crazy. Cuz I appreciate you, girl. You're supposed to be in here. Helping mod the chat. What you doing, girl? Appreciate you, though. So it says Europe, though, they have also shut down the practice of child sex change. Europe has just cut it out completely. Europe know what's popping. They don't allow GMO foods, so why is Europe so much smarter than America? No sex changes for the kids. No GMOs, GMO foods in the restaurant. I mean, in the grocery stores. He says, what? Y'all with the bullshit. Yeah, no Diddy. No, that is a Diddy. Not for me. I ain't doing this. It's Diddy for whoever them niggas get together. That's a real Diddy. It's disgusting. But that's what they do. And so that's what they trying to stop for kids. They're trying to stop that for children because it's messing up these children's lives. And there's no way back from that shit. There's no way back. There's no way back from it. So shout out to the American College of Pediatricians. Thank you. Finally, somebody with some repute has come out and said something. Like, you needed somebody reputable to come out here and talk against this stuff. Now you have it. And now this puts everybody else on blast. Because you're going to go and you're going to call the American College of Pediatricians, which has hundreds of doctors in it, and also the 12 different organizations that also signed on. You're going to tell all them motherfuckers is transphobic? You going to call all of them phobic? Can't do that. So shout out to them. Then the Olympics, they banned Transformer athletes from competition. Wins all the way, man. You're getting so many wins. We're getting a lot of wins. The Olympics said you cannot compete as a transformer. You can't come in here as a dude and transform into a chick and then jump your ass in the pool and swim against some other chicks. They banned it for anybody who hasn't gone through the change after 12 or before 12, excuse me. So you need to have gone through the change before 12 years old, and then, they'll let you consider it, is what they say. They'll consider it. But for the most part, it's a complete ban, basically, on Transformers from the Olympics. Ugh! Yeah! Yo, Transcendental, thank you, brother. And you have to keep getting it, reopened because the body sees it as a wound. Huge conservative wave in Europe. That's right. The body sees that as a wound. You have to keep opening it. If they threw these people in the woods or in the desert somewhere for some months, their body would go right back to the way nature made it. If they didn't have the advantages of man-made science, modern man-made science, their bodies would just go right back to what nature made. Which lets you know it's all bullshit. But to snip part of your colon and put it down, oh, nigga, hey! Oh! God damn, that shit, if that don't turn your ass off, Wow, thank you. Put the damn throw up emojis in and put one in there for me. Actually, put 5 of them in there for me. God damn it. Shit. Put that throw up emoji in there for me. Because goddamn. So moving along. Woo. There's a new report that showed, this is crazy, y'all. This is a true takeover of America. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate the surrogate throw up emojis. I appreciate that. So there was a new report that came out and showed that there are, check this out. Check this shit out. God damn. There are 145 days out of 365 that are devoted to the rainbow agenda. Like holidays or special days they get. Out of the 145 days, it's something for the rainbow throughout the year. If you want to see, again, go to Patrick Beck David podcast that he did on Thursday. He has a list. So I didn't write down the list because it was too many. It was too many goddamn days. But he has a list of all the fucking days that you got to deal with in America for the rainbow people. Yo, Iron Diet, thank you. Appreciate that throw up. Thank you. Appreciate that throw up outburst. That's definitely my feelings exactly. My sentiments exactly. But 145 days out of 365. Now, how many days do you get for Father's Day? How many days do you get for Mother's Day? How many days do you get for Straight Pride Day? Nope, nothing devoted to heterosexual love. No, not the love that got all those goddamn rainbow motherfuckers here. Like, nigga, you wouldn't be here without heterosexual love, pride, whatever you want to call it. You wouldn't be here, nigga. If your parents was like you, your bitch ass would be gone. Matter of fact, we need to wish for that your parents was gay, nigga. If y'all motherfuckers gonna be like that, then hey, nigga, I wish your parents was gay. But you get 145 days devoted to this special community. And again, they don't want equal rights, they want special rights. Because they have every right, that community has every right that anyone in America has right now. There's no rights that somebody has, that a group has, that group does not have. Not one. Not a one. But they have far more privileges and immunities than any group that you've ever seen in the history of America. Except for maybe if you call Caucasians a group, as a totality of Caucasians. But other than that, nigga, 145 days, I got to be reminded of your shit. Why? What the fuck for? If you want to do that shit, go and do that shit, nigga. Get that shit away from me. And keep it away from the kids. Why the fuck do your shit gotta be marketed and promoted 145 goddamn days out of the year? Half the goddamn year. That's damn near 6 months. Yo, BioRain, thank you. Everything seems to be swinging back. Do you think they are quitting or regrouping? No, it's people are starting to be fed up with the shit. This is this is a correction. That shit is not natural. Most people in the world are heterosexual. That's just a fact. But a lot of them don't want to say anything because they don't want to get canceled. They don't want the world to look at them crazy. They don't want to be seen as a hateful person or part of a hate group or all that shit. But at this point, people are like, fuck this shit, nigga. Y'all on some bullshit. They're like, nigga, fuck you, bitch. Y'all niggas on some fuck shit. So, again, shout out, to the heterosexual pride. heterosexual love. We got to have that. We got to promote that. Show that love. You got you a nice, beautiful woman. If you a man, you got you a nice, beautiful girl who takes care of you, who love you. Y'all down like 4 flats. Put that shit out there. That's what's up. Put it out there, goddammit, because heterosexual love is how the universe or the world is going to keep moving. Charlie Scott, man, Charlie J. Scott, man, you always hooking me up, man. Appreciate you. I'm going to have to save that for my chicken shawarma. I got to save that in another 2 weeks. I'm going to use that for the chicken shawarma. Appreciate you, brother. But thank you for always hooking me up. But we have to start promoting what we do, what the, you know, what nature does. And I say what we do, I mean what nature does. If you follow the harmony of nature, this is what gets you here. This is what gets everyone here. Is the connection between the divine masculine and divine feminine. So we need to pump that up. We need to play it up, because right now this is a giant psyop, a birth control psyop, population control psyop. If they can get if they don't have to kill you, if they can get most of you niggas doing the same sex love, they don't got to kill you. In their mind, this is a much more humanitarian way of population control. Sam Stone, appreciate you. I had to turn the volume down on that rainbow part. Hey, man, I want to turn the volume down on it too, all the way down. But shit, out here in California, you can't do that shit. Because they're in Silver Lake, they just basically took down a sign. There was a no U-turn sign that was up in this place in Silver Lake out here in California, Southern California. Silver Lake is just maybe a couple of miles away from Los Angeles. So out there in Silver Lake, there was a no U-turn sign that they got taken down this week because they said it was a sign against anti-gay. It was an anti-gay sign that the people in that town put up because it was a bunch of, back in the 90s or whatever. Excuse me. There was a lot of people coming to Silver Lake looking for some fruitopian love, right? Basically, prostitution type of love. And so they would come through there looking for that shit. And then if they couldn't find it, they would hit a U and go back out and leave. If they came into the area and couldn't find, you know, fruitopian, what is it? Somebody trying to sell fruitopian love on the street. Yo, Roger Rose, appreciate you. No. Hey, that's hilarious. But YouTube, you trying to get me shut down with YouTube. But that's hilarious. But so they would come, if they couldn't find it, they would bust a U and leave the area. So they said police officers would monitor this, and then they would monitor people going into that area. And if they busted a U and came right back out, then they knew that person was looking for some you know, fruitopian shit going on. And they would stop the people and then make sure that they never came back to that area. And so that was basically put up by the citizens. The citizens in that area put it up there. So they said now they took it down. Now, in other cities, you will go to jail for a felony if you ride the scooter over the rainbow flag on the ground. Did y'all hear about that? There's some kids that they're trying to charge with a felony for riding their scooter over the rainbow flag that they got painted on the ground. If you don't want nobody riding over the shit, don't put it on the goddamn street. That make no goddamn sense. Why is the shit on the ground if I can't walk over to ride over it? But they're trying to charge some kids with a felony for doing that shit. But you can take down that sign and nothing happened to you. That ain't even proven. You ain't even proved. That's the theory. The shit that I just told you is the theory. They don't necessarily know that that's true, but they believe that's why the no U-turn sign was put up. So there's no proof of that actually. But you want to take that sign down, but you want to send niggas to jail for just riding a scooter over the rainbow flag. See how there's special privileges? They don't want equal rights. They want extra rights. And you to be down here and they to be up there. So to me, that was just some fuck shit. And then, oh man, I got to talk about the Acolyte, goddammit. Goddamn. I wasn't going to talk about this. I know it's some people in here, y'all don't know about Star Wars, but I'm about to break it down as simply as I can so you can understand this. So Star Wars, they done fruitified Star Wars. The new show called The Acolyte that came out is on some bullshit. It is on some straight agenda bullshit. So it basically deals with two twin sisters that supposedly was taught the Force like 100 years before Darth Vader, who was Anakin Skywalker, was even born. These two people were supposed to be born under the energy, and they were supposed to be dark. They were supposed to be born to the dark side or whatever, and they were twins. Now, how did they get born? Wasn't no man involved. Two lesbian witches, a covenant of lesbian witches, and the two head witches supposedly created them in the Force. So they don't need a man. But if you use the Force, because they try to keep saying the Force is female, right? But if you use the Force to impregnate yourself, wouldn't that make the Force male? Just saying. To me, that means the Force is male. If you use the Force to impregnate yourself without a man, that would mean the Force is male. But they try to say that it ain't a Force. It's called the thread. It's not, they trying to change the Force. Completely what George Lucas made. The Force is the greatest thing in the universe. Let me tell you, from Yoda, the Force. He says the Force is a powerful ally it is. Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. You must feel the Force around you, between you, me, the tree, the rock, even between land and ship. God damn it, Yoda, that's some high heat, boy. Boy, them the greatest words ever written in movies to me. Them the greatest goddamn words ever written in movies. Teaching you about the Force. Chris, the life force. The Force is the energy of all life in the universe. It's an energy field that you can draw from. And they trying to wipe that out with the thread. What is the thread? The thread to me is the umbilical cord. That's what that means to me. The thread to me, what they're trying to turn into is the umbilical cord of the woman. And they say the thread, then they're trying to change it, but the thread is still the same thing. The thread binds us. It connects all things in the, all right, you saying the same shit. But you trying to change the Force into some shit that you want for some lesbian witches. And then, how the hell you gonna put two little melanated twins in the future in some shit that's supposed to be in a place a place far away and a long time ago, but the two melanated sisters still ain't got no daddy? How is it that kids, even in a goddamn fantasy shit, still ain't got no damn black daddy, no melanated daddy? And Disney is pushing this shit. Fatherless, melanated kids. But they didn't see that. Let's just get rid of the black dad. Because they came up and they said, the Jedi said, well, who's the father? And they said, they don't have a dad. They don't have a father. What? How the fuck they get here then? We used the thread and we wove them together. The thread sound like it's masculine to me. If you used it to impregnate yourself, that would mean the Force and the thread is masculine. So they're trying to change all the Star Wars. Pissing me the hell off, boy. Goddamn. And the show is just a bad show. You know, just among all of that. The show is just a terrible goddamn show, aside from them trying to switch and act like you don't need men. Then they doing some old ritual chanting. They trying to change. So they trying to make the Jedi evil in the show, right? So the Jedi is supposed to be the good. You know, they fight for justice and truth, and you know, and throughout the universe, they bring balance. They bring balance to the universe. But they're trying to replace them with some covenant witches. So the Jedi are basically like space wizards. And they think the antithesis of space wizards are lesbian witches. This is what they're trying to do. The antithesis of space wizards. Now, you know, a wizard, just so you guys know, a Jedi is just a representation of someone who is conscious, who's reached the higher level of higher consciousness through meditation and discipline and hard work and all these different things that you just can't get to just because you want to be that, which is why being a Jedi is a rare thing in the universe, because not everybody is as disciplined to get to that point. Can you leave the fuck shit alone? Can you do what needs to be done when you don't want to do it? Can you do these higher consciousness things to elevate your spirit? Not everybody can or wants to do that, which is why a Jedi is a high motherfucking powerful motherfucker. Just like today, a person who's of a higher consciousness. Look what it took for you to get there, to get to that higher consciousness. You just didn't Google a bunch of shit. You had to live a conscious life. You had to embody that information into your life in order for you to fully get the information and raise your level of vibration. But no, they just think women can just, in Star Wars, they can just come and just do whatever and use the Force no matter what, because everybody's supposed to be able to use it. They say the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. This is a chant. They saying the fucking shit. The power of one, the power of two, the power of many. What the fuck is that? The fuck out of here with that stupid shit. That's the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life. The power of one, the power of two. Thank you. Disney can EAD. The Acolyte can eat 2 EADs. Can eat 2 EADs. This is ridiculous. So, had to put that in there because the lesbian witches, though, then they said, the universe does not take kindly to our kind. Talking about lesbians. Wait a minute. The universe that's built with a diverse bunch of aliens, like, nigga, not humans, aliens. You talking about the universe who's spattered with alien species who you don't know what these motherfuckers' traditions are in these alien species, but you just know that the whole universe don't want 2 women to be together. This is pushing a damn agenda. The universe doesn't take kindly to our kind. What? Get the fuck. Absolute bullshit. So they done fucked up Star Wars with that shit, but really, they're bringing the Star Wars fandom back together because everybody hate this shit. The fandom was the split after the sequels and The Last Jedi. The fandom was split, but they are bringing the fan back together because this is all fuckery. So thank you, Disney, for bringing us back together to shit on your damn that Acolyte bullshit. It's called the Gayalite. I call it the Gayalite. The Fruitopia light. So that's absolute bullshit. They don't know what they're doing. It's funny because they're trying to get rid of men, but 70% of Star Wars fans are men. They want to get rid of men, but men are your audience, and you're trying to shit on them and tell them that men ain't nothing, and you don't need men in the world. This is a whole push these feminists try to do right now, that men aren't needed in the world right now. We don't need you, man. You built the world. Thank you. We got it from here. No, you don't. No, you don't. Again, if you want to know, go look up that damn TV show where they put the men and the women on that damn island. And they put all the women on one side of the island, put all the men on the other side of the island, And them women damn near died in the first couple of days because they couldn't get along. They couldn't form an organization, a leadership group. They couldn't do it. They didn't know how to fucking make no fires. They didn't know how to get no fish. They didn't know how to build no shelters. They didn't know how to do nothing. The men was over there chilling. They was hunting. They would send some parties out to hunt. Some niggas had to build this over here. Some niggas was then when they bought the shit back, some niggas had to clean the foot. I mean, they had that shit rolling. Then they sit around the fire with the fish that they had cooked and burned. Oh man, this is heaven. This is great. The men was basically on a vacation from the city. They was on a vacation just chilling up under the stars, under a campfire, chilling. And those women were crying, I want to go home. I don't want to do this anymore. That shit was hilarious. But you don't need men. It's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. That shit is on YouTube. I advise you to watch that shit. That shit is hilarious. So then the last thing in some nigga news. Well, the last couple things. So in nigga news, and I don't like to report this, but in Chicago last week, 46 people were shot in the weekend. Last weekend, not last week, last weekend. He said, how is everyone doing? Oh, what up, Leo Fire? 46 people were shot last weekend in Chicago. C-Rad, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. That's insane. 46 people shot in one weekend. One got killed. And a bunch of the people who were shot were under the age of 18. One even 12 years old. What's going on, Chirac? As my Anna was Anbeek Israel said. Or Abik, was that Abik Israel? No, Anbeek Israel. What's up with Chirac, man? This is getting out of control. It's getting out of hand. Like, it's been out of hand. We already know that. It's been way out of hand. But come on. 46 kids are shot in one damn weekend? A weekend. What the hell is going on, man? Now, at the end of the day, we know it's a psyop. We know that they're initiating a lot of this violence in the hood to keep melanated people in a certain place that you don't ever rise up out of the hood. Because if you're so busy dealing with not getting killed in the hood, then you're never going to put your focus on what it is, what you need to do to come up out of that shit. Now, after the Acolyte, I had to watch some real Star Wars. So I watched The Phantom Menace. Now, that ain't the best of Star Wars, but I just had to watch it because I just needed something to get me off of that shit. So I turned off the Acolyte and put on The Phantom Menace. And in The Phantom Menace, the Jedi, Qui-Gon Jinn, had a dope-ass line. See, this is why these niggas are Jedi. Nigga look down at Anakin. He says, your focus becomes your reality. Bow. Nigga dropped the jewel on little Anakin. Your focus becomes your reality. This is why Star Wars is so goddamn dope. You see all the spiritual wisdom jewels that get dropped in fucking Star Wars? You take this shit and change your life. Roger Gross, appreciate you. Says, damn, 46? That's just wrong. Yep. Where's the outrage? Seriously. So going back to that saying, your focus becomes your reality. They want us, or melanated people in the hoods, to do nothing but focus on danger and crime and poverty so that you never rise up out of those positions, those situations. Your focus becomes your reality. That's courtesy of Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan's master, Obi-Wan Kenobi's master. Told little Anakin, broke him off. So we need to bring our reality, our focus, to something else, to change the reality. So it said that instead of doing something about it, an alderwoman, her name is Lenny Mana Hoppenworth. Yep. Lenny Mana Hoppenworth wants to stop crime alerts so no one knows about it. So instead of doing something about it, she want to stop the crime alerts. So the crime alerts, basically when some shit happens, they alert the citizens, the people in the hood, yo, some shit just went down. Maybe you want to stay at home, or if you're out, be careful, watch out, or get your ass back home because there's a lot of crime going on. These are the crime alerts. She want to stop the crime alerts so that nobody starts knowing about the crime. She don't want nobody to know about it. And she said the crime alerts give a false impression of crime in the city. A false impression of crime. 46 people were shot in one weekend, bitch. Are you insane? A false impression of crime? Well, what's the right impression of crime? Yeah, she can EAD. Thank you, WDMA warrior. She can absolutely EAD. What in the hell is going on? So then they said crime alerts tell the citizens in the area about the shootings. So then this is after, what's his name? Brandon Johnson. Excuse me. This is after Brandon Johnson. He canceled the system called Spot Shooter. Spot Shooter was like a camera thing, an alert system that would warn if some shots went down in a certain area of the city. It would warn the cops. It would tell the cops, so the cops would be able to make it there a lot faster, basically minimizing the casualties from the shootings. But they did away with that because they said it was racist. This nigga did away. He got rid of that, didn't renew the contract because he said it was racist. It's racist! It gives a false perception of black people in the hood. We're not shooting everyone. Okay. You got 13-year-old kids shooting up people at 3 in the morning. Why is a 13-year-old kid with a gun and out at 3 in the morning? What the fuck is going on, man? But we don't want anybody to know about it. So this, to me, is one of the greatest tragedies we got going on. 46 people shot in one weekend. And then, like I said, you know this is PSYOP because you remember a few years ago, the cargo freight that was left in the middle of Chicago with all the guns. Y'all remember that shit? Nobody knew how the fucking thing got there. It was just a big-ass train cargo crate sitting in the middle of a fucking dirt field in the middle of the hood with just full of guns. Now, you know damn well ain't no niggas pulled no train cargo thing and just dropped it off in the middle of the dirt road in the hood. How did that shit get there? We have no idea. So, you know who that was. That's CIA, allegedly. That's FBI, allegedly. And all these other black ops that your tax money is paying for. So we see the game, and we got to get ahead of this. And again, your focus determines your reality. Let's take the words of Qui-Gon Jinn and change our focus so that we change our reality. So moving along, last thing, in police stop law lessons, got 2 cases for y'all to learn. So I don't know if I talked about this before because I be talking a whole lot of shit. I don't know if I remember, but just so if it is, I'm just gonna give it to you again. When you get pulled over by the popo and they pull you over for some, for a regular traffic violation, and is it legal for them to, if they suspect you of drugs, for them to call a drug dog and wait for the drug canine unit to get to the stop and search your car with the canine unit. Is that legal? Because they'll try to stop you and say, oh, we smell weed, or, you know, you look like your eyes may be glassy or something like that, like you're high on cocaine, or they can say anything. Now, they need reasonable suspicion in order to go after, you know, to make the stop other than what they stopped you for. Now, there's a case called Rodriguez versus United States. So I just want y'all to know. Y'all need to know how to get out of stuff. So Rodriguez versus United States, that was 2015, where they stopped this dude, Rodriguez, for a regular traffic stop, whatever. Then they just suspected him with no proof of drugs. So they held him there and waited for the canine drug dog to get there. When the drug dog got there, the drug dog did find drugs in the car. They did find this nigga was packed with like cocaine, a lot of cocaine and shit. But upon the arrest, he motioned to have the evidence suppressed. It's called fruit of the poisonous tree, because they didn't have the right to bring the canine there, because they didn't have any reasonable suspicion that he had drugs in the car. They only stopped him for like a traffic violation. So in United States versus Rodriguez, they said that it's illegal for a police officer to hold you at a stop longer than it takes to effectuate the mission of the stop. So again, they effectuate the mission of the stop, meaning to finish whatever it is they stopped you for in the first place. So if they stopped you for running a red light, they're only supposed to hold you for as long as it takes them to write you a ticket for running a red light. If they hold you there any longer than that, that's supposed to, a police stop is not supposed to last more than 15 minutes, everybody. I've seen, we in police stop law class, we saw a police stop was over in 90 seconds. That's not an exaggeration. We counted. The police stop was over in 1.5 minutes. So they can be over fast as hell. So when they holding you there trying to find you some shit. So it's illegal for a police officer to hold you there at a police stop longer than it takes for them to effectuate the mission of the stop, meaning whatever they stopped you for, they need to be able to go ahead and finish that, write you a ticket, and only that. And they can't extend the stop. It's called extending the stop past how long it takes them to do whatever they stopped you for. Now, they can legally extend the stop if they get you talking, start asking you a bunch of questions. Hey, man, what you doing? Trying to act like they're your friend and all that type of stuff. And you get to talking to them and don't keep track of time. And you just let that time keep rolling and rolling and rolling. And then all the while you talking, they done already called the drug dog there. But you don't know that. And you just running your mouth. That's why you shut the hell up at police stops. Don't say nothing. And you let them complete the mission of the stop, whatever it's for. Changing lanes without signaling, running a red light, driving too fast, speeding, whatever the hell it is they stopped you for. Let them write you a ticket for whatever that is. And if they extend the stop for anything else, anything other than what they stopped you for, that's illegal. And you can sue the hell out of them and get money, just like Rodriguez did. So again, Rodriguez versus United States, 2015. And then last thing, there's another stop. Oh, shit. There's another stop or another case, because do you guys, let me ask you a question. Are the cops supposed to read you your rights? This is one thing a lot of people need to understand. When the cops arrest you, are they supposed to read you your rights? They call it Miranda rights. Anybody knows your Miranda rights are? Are the cops supposed to read you your Miranda rights? Your Miranda rights are, you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. If you give up this right to an attorney, one will be appointed to you by the courts, blah, 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 all that type of stuff, right? So if you get arrested, are the cops supposed to read you those rights? Somebody says depends. Yes, yes. That's common. That's the common perception. Okay. WDMA says yes. Now, no, they're not. They're not required to read you your rights when they arrest you. Now, a cop is only supposed to read you your rights if they want to question you officially. And that's even before. So if they officially want to question you for the record, they have to read you your Miranda rights before they arrest you or after they arrest you. Now, that's Miranda, right? That's Miranda versus, I think, Miranda v. Arizona. Now, there's a new case that just came out in 2022. This case is called Vega versus Teco. Vega is V-E-G-A. Teco is T-E-K-O-H. Vega versus Teco. Now, this new case says they don't got to read you your rights at all now. See? You need to know this stuff. This Supreme Court case that just came out in 2022 says the police officers don't need to read you your rights. Or if they don't read you your rights, you can't sue them for not doing it. Because it used to be a penalty. You used to be able to sue them for not doing it and get money. Now he says it's not a penalty. So basically, in essence, they don't have to read you your rights anymore. So that's Vega v. Teco 2022. So that's why you shut the hell up entirely when you're at police stops. You say, I don't answer questions. You put that on repeat in your head. When they start asking you questions, I don't answer questions. And then you can even go further and say, well, I'm pleading the Fifth Amendment. That's even more specific to the point. Because then they really know what you're talking about. Because a lot of them will say, what you mean you don't answer questions? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Well, you say, well, I'm pleading the Fifth. Because the Fifth Amendment allows you to be quiet so that you don't incriminate yourself. So you shut the hell up. Any lawyer will tell you to shut the hell up. Now, in police stop law class, do we tell you to shut the hell up? Not necessarily. When you're asked questions, we tell you to say, I don't answer questions. But when you know the law, you can ask all the questions in the world all day long. So that's talking. When you know the law, you're empowered to talk. And you can trap them in all kind of stuff when you know the law. You're empowered to ask these questions. Why you pull me over? We're your supervisor. What law was that? You break them down. You can break them down when you know the law. It's a whole complete different ball game when you know the law. You are so empowered. So again, you already know the deal. Get on over here and get your stuff. Bam and bam. Teaches you your rights and what happened to police officers when they violate those rights. And this is how you get back at them. By going after their insurance or their public official bond, which is like insurance, so that they get to ensure that they don't violate your rights. They have to, this is tied to, so their bond is tied to their oath to office to not violate or to protect your constitutional right. They take an oath to protect your constitutional rights. And that bond is tied to this oath. So when they violate your constitutional rights, they lose the bond. That's plain and simple. The bond, that's why it's called oaths and bonds. When you look up their oath, it'll be tied to oaths and bonds because the oath and the bond is tied together. Their oath to the Constitution is tied to the bond. They take an oath to protect the Constitution. And so when they violate that, you can go after them and get that money quickly from the insurance company while you're suing them to get that money from the court. You go after them both ways. This is the new game, y'all. This is really reparations. In police stop law class, we seeing so many people. This is the way that you get your reparations back. You can let a cop violate your constitutional rights and then go and sue them. If you know the law, you just let them violate your constitutional rights and you go sue them. We saw a brother and a sister who was getting arrested at a college. This brother was laughing his ass off when they was arresting him. They was violating his rights up and down. And he was laughing. He was like, boy, I'm about to get money. He was clowning his He's like, I'm about to get money. What else y'all want to do to me? Y'all want to do something else to me? Because he had already sued him and got paid. So he knew he could get money. He's like, oh, y'all don't know about me? I done already sued your damn police. I done already sued your damn police force. You gonna know as soon as you take me in who I am. So go ahead, baby. What you want to do? You want to light me up? Where you want me at? That shit was hilarious. He was clowning. We about to get money. So again, that is a way for you to get reparations. All you got to do is just, the police officer's going to violate your rights. 9 times out of 10, they're going to violate your rights. You just let them do it and you can go get paid. But you can't get paid if you don't know what to do. So this is why you got to get your stuff. Roger Rose, appreciate you. I've been watching your video for 8 years. You do a great service, brother. Thank you, man. You one of the best. Gratitude for sure, brother. Appreciate you, man. Just trying to give y'all some knowledge so y'all don't keep getting your asses beat in the street by them po-po. I'm tired of seeing that shit. That's why I do this, man. I get tired of seeing niggas getting their ass whooped. Again, I'm a fighter. I train fighters. I train people to fight back. That's what I do. Physically and with the law. So that's what I do. So you get in here and get that training so you can start whooping some cop ass with the law. Start whooping that butt. Bam, with the law. Pause. No diddy. All right? So make sure you get this right here. If you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, you know you get everything. I'm going to give you everything. You get the whole package. Constitutional Rights Card, Qualified Immunity Card, and Qualified Immunity Notice. This you keep in your car. And you say, I don't answer questions. This is to help you tell the police officers you don't answer questions. You hand it right to them or put it up to the window because you only have to show it to them. You don't have to hand it to them. Bam. And then, again, for the fathers, shout out to all the pops out here doing their thing, being the great guides to your family and your chillins. So appreciate that. So for that, and I shout out to my pops, both of my pops, my step pops and my pops who passed a couple years ago. So in honor of them, I'm going to give you all this deal. You get the 5 cards if you order today, tomorrow, Monday, and before 11 a.m. on Tuesday. I will hook you up with the deal because I go to the post office on 11 a.m. on Tuesday. So if you want this deal, get all 5 decks of cards that we have. So you get the whole damn package. So you can't say that you didn't know there was something that you didn't get, so you don't know what to do. No, you get the whole thing if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy at realnagas.com. Just make sure you hook it up. And if you want any of these things by themselves, you don't want a deal, just make sure you go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and sign up or order one of these things individually, and make sure you support the foundation because we're out here trying to teach you. And if you want to get this beautiful certification, to Know Your Rights, get on over to Know Your Rights Foundation, fill out, tell everybody, or tell in the message you want to be a volunteer. We're going to hit you back with a questionnaire. You fill out that questionnaire, send it back, and then we'll give you a date for an interview. So make sure if you want to do this, we need people, boy. We need you. 1 million Johnny Cochrans. That's what we doing. Get on board of this damn movement. You don't want to be left behind and see all these dope ass people out here knowing the law, and you could have been one of them. You could have got in at the ground floor, and didn't do it. So, bam, I'm telling you right here, because I'm telling you, if it happens to you, you're going to feel bad. When we out here mashing as a group, a law army, and you could have been a part of this law army. So don't get left behind. Get one of these certifications. We're teaching you for free. You understand? Free. So don't take it for granted. Make sure you get in there, get this information. And that's out for me. That's it for me. I'm hungry as hell. I'm on this damn cleanse. I ain't ate all morning, so I'm about to get in there and get me some bird food, sip on some of this juice, and get my cleanse going again. But I appreciate everybody for showing up on Saturn's Day, this hot-ass Saturn's Day, because it's hot as hell in here. So that's another reason I'm about to get off. But I've been talking for 3 hours, messing up my voice for 3 hours, goddamn. You know, but I had to get in here and teach y'all, tell y'all this stuff. Appreciate y'all for showing up. Thanks to all my mods. I appreciate y'all, man, for handling the super chat. Because I know a lot of crazy ass niggas be in here talking shit. They laptop gangsters, you know. Laptop gangsters can EAD. They won't trust me. Won't walk up to me talking that shit because I choke your ass out in front of your family. But appreciate my mods for being in here and handling business. Appreciate you guys. Thanks everybody who hit the super chat. Thanks everybody for the cash apps who's donating to my tofu shawarma, even though I don't eat tofu. I'll find some type of shawarma, some vegetable shawarma to hook it up with. Appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. Deuces.